Cheer up. Sorry, I do apologise for the slightly delayed start. There's been a couple of technical issues. We're just sorting them out now. You should be able to hear me at the very least. The microphone should be holding up. Nice to see you, Caden. Hope you're well. We'll be switching screens in a minute. Also, I'm just dealing with all the stream settings here. Hope everyone is well though. It is an important game. I do not feel well at all today. So if I do need to bail at any point in time, you know the drill and you know why. It's yeah, I really do not feel good. But I did say that I would cover this game. So here I am covering this game. I won't be as high energy. It's not a game that I care about as much as other matches in this run out, considering, but it would be nice to obviously win the match. Let me just pull this up, pull that up, and we can switch screens on this. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see everyone in chat. I don't know why that fucking can't, of course. Like, even this is right in the piss now. Like, it's not been a great start to the stream, let's be honest. How you doing though? Hope you are well, hope everyone's good. CPU's getting stretched thin already, that's always nice to see. We're literally kicking off in about 3 or 4 minutes. We have not gave ourselves a lot of time, so we're literally just going to throw ourselves kind of into the deep end once I fix this. Like, why are you, like, it's continuously, I'm going to fucking throw that thing off a wall in a minute. Hope you are all well, hope you are all enjoying yourselves. It's definitely not going to be more of a commentary game, it's more going to be like I'm chilling, watching alongside, and yeah, as long as we don't lose, fair enough I guess, but we know how things tend to go at Ibrox, so we've had a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to luck, so anything half decent today would be quite nice. We're not going to waste too much time, we're going to switch over to this screen so you can get a little look at the lineups for those that are in. Nice to see anyone. That is why is Streamlabs failing to open up literally anything fucking easily, man. Jesus Christ. Nah, it's always tech issues, Caden. You're no stressed about it in the slightest. If you want a little look at Rangers lineup, there it's there, if you want to take a gander. I do apologise to anyone that's came in at the start of this one, though. This one has been a bit of a scuff start. But for Rangers, it's pretty straightforward. It's almost unchanged. I'm pretty sure it is actually unchanged from the starting 11 that faced us a few days ago, but it's bottling in between the sticks, Fernandez and Giga, or Jaga I should say, I don't know how it's pronounced, I'm pretty sure it's Giga though. Sterling and Romans are either side on the full-back spots. Diamonde and Raskin, the two holding midfielders, Skov Olsen and Mikey Moore, are their kind of overlapping wingers, so to speak. Keep them, you know, they'll do what they did basically the last match, they'll spread out wide if necessary, put pressure on our full-backs, but more or less they'll be like a flat pack kind of midfield four with Diamonde and Raskin in behind them. And of course Donadire and Shermite is their starting striking duo. For us, it's a bit of a changed side, but not too much in a lot of senses, although Benjamin Arthur does get the nod for his performance against Aberdeen a few days back. It wasn't, not necessarily amazing, but it wasn't bad, so he kind of holds his spot. I don't mind it, although there is no skipper for this one, there is no Callum McGregor, which is a bit of an interesting one. It's Scales that takes the captain's armband today, so that should be an interesting switch of pace, but he starts in the left back spot, and it's Trusty and Benjamin Arthur as our two holding defenders, with Araujo starting on the right hand side. So there's no Tierney, no Srirachi, it's Scales on the left hand side. McCowan, Rio and Benji Boy are the ones holding the midfield, and the front three pretty much what you would expect in a game like this. It's Tenecte on the left, Yang out on the right, and of course Dyson Maeda starting up front. You've got to love the atmosphere in that away end, man. It's been a while since we've seen it, but all we can really hope is that there's a half decent game to be had. If you want a little look at the benches, there's a little gander there, so you can observe. Not even worried you're actually. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the nerves are always going to be there, especially in any type of game like this, given the context of this season. There is going to be that back of the head thought for both Celtic and Rangers. What if this is the only chance we have at the silverware this season? So even though it won't be as high energy as the last match a week ago, I still think it will have a lot of key aspects to the game that will cause some problems. And again, we've got bench options for either sides that can come on and change the game, right? You've got Gassama for them, you've got Srirachi or Forrest for us that could be potentially game changing, Bernardo, Chamberlain, Vanchara. Like, we do have options, the same way that they do in Miovski and Barami as well, I believe. So they can cause problems, definitely. Both sides are capable of getting off to really quick starts, and it's just a case of if Rangers do the same thing where they go 2-0 up, can they, take advantage and make sure that it sticks? Because if they don't, it's going to be very problematic. Nice to see you, Robert. Hope you're well. Likewise with you, Flash. Hope you're well as well, Chief. Everyone's just dodging the sick bugs that are going around the now. But one last line out before we do kick off here for those that are interested or just coming in. It is Butland in between the sticks. Fernandez and Gigas there, two centre backs. Robbins and Sterling as their full-backs. Diamonde and Raskin as their holding midfielders. Scott Olsen and Moore are playing either side on the wings, but they will drop central when they need to. And of course, Don Nadiri and Chamiti as their strong striking partnership. For us, it's Celtic that starts in between the sticks. Benjamin Arthur and Trusty are our two centre-back pairings. Of course, Scales playing on the left-hand side. Araujo on the right. Benjamin Nigrin playing right-hand side of the midfield with McCowan on the left and Rio Hatate playing central, but they'll most likely rotate to do what's necessary. We have kicked off here. Yang on the right-hand side, Tenecti on the left, and Dyson starting as our striker. We should go up here and give this a refresh in a minute or so, and then it should refresh the stats. But for now, we'll leave the lineups just like that to see what's good. I know I do need to change my profile picture after a while as well, to be honest, but for now, there's a game of football to be played. That's a good little pass for Trusty. Araujo's put under a bit of pressure, and immediately you can tell Rangers are going for a much higher and physical line. It's almost identical to what they were doing in the first half. You wouldn't expect much more different than that. It's the approach that worked for them very effectively in the first 30 minutes of the first half. Although it's not updating that. Cool. I love when every single conceivable thing doesn't want to update. Give me a second. Let's see if that's actually a really good ball forward. We're in behind here. If Tenecti can shift it a bit quicker. Sterling's with him though. Nice little step in. The layoff ain't half bad, although Rio's pass is lacklustre for better lack of the word. Does well to gather it, get back and play it into space again. Trusty and Arthur are both there. Two strong physical boys, and then it's weird just seeing Scales anchored up on that left hand side as well. It's a unique one, but we'll see how it goes. It does kind of give Scott Olsen on that right hand side a bit more of a kind of directive to attack Scales, knowing that he's not got the pace to get there. Not a bad little move first, but we've somehow managed to lose out. Araujo gets a little bit stuck in there, and it's a late one for Diamonde. He's dangled his leg, and it's a yellow card within 2 minutes. It's a bit of a risky one for Diamonde, I'll be honest. He does catch him, it's just does he catch him in the studs? I'm going to guess he catches him in the studs. Yeah, just kind of dangles his leg out a bit longer than he probably should have, let's be honest. But I mean, at that same token, I don't think they'll complain. Yeah, they can't complain too much. Not on that one. It's pretty obvious. That's a foul. The first angle didn't look too bad, but he does catch him. There was a slight check in case there was studs up, but there was no real problems there. We all do, Caden. We all do. Nice to see you, Jimmy Six Pouches. Hope you're well, my guy. Another good break forward actually from us there. Nice little press for Rangers. They could have done a bit more with that. Instead, we've got forward with it. Chased in behind. Tenecti's putting the pressure on, but well dealt with by the Rangers man in the end, and it's just a bit of a soft, needless bit of pressure for Maeda there. Gives the ball away on a foul. Not smart. Diamonde and Maeda giving away silly fouls there, but just a bit too much physicality for Maeda. 2 hands on the back, it's a clear shove. Now Rangers try to dance forward again. Mikey Moore gets it back into space. Nice little 1-2. Raskin's popped it back to play it safe. Fernandez and Giga will just kind of sort it out between them. Nice little step out from Yang. We're keeping the press on them. It seems to be a constant thing. Celtic are sweeping as a team. They're not trying to do too much at once. But the battling, the Arkham games are always good actually. Scovolson gets in towards the box. It's a nice little bit of play. Whip ball over the top, puts a stretched out leg in the far side for Rangers. They're trying to get anything on it, but I don't think Ramens would have been able to do much even if he did get solid contact. Always asking for a lot on that stretch. I mean, fair play for where he was when he made the run, but it's always going to be a very tough ask to get much with it. If we scroll up now, we've got the stats, so we do, fantastic, and we can do that. It's just because there's been very little in terms of actual chance creation. Fantastic, virtual fantastic. I'm sure that makes sense, David. I'm sure that makes sense. Although, to be fair, we've just given the ball away. There might be a chance for Rangers. It takes a big deflection and it's out. Although they're trying to claim for a foul because, of course, there it's Rangers. They'll flop and flounder at every chance. Did he get... I want to see if he did get contact on him. It looked like a pretty fair challenge in real time. Yeah, he doesn't even get touched, but it goes down. But that's classic striker bullshit right there. Nah, he doesn't even... Bro studs himself instead. That's not even our fucking problem, that's his. Bro is so effective at defending from the front, he attacked himself. Nice to see Robertson, mate. That pisses me off more than anything else, man. I don't mind like wee scrawny teenagers flopping and diving to buy fouls because you have to be smart with the physicality, but Sherniti's a big fella, man. No need for that. There's another Rangers player on the ground now. Please get up. The referee is basically like, bro, this is you're doing this too much. They fell over like 5 or 6 times in the opening 5 minutes. Anytime we've got a bit of momentum, their prerogatives to flop. Referee was not having any of that one there. It's a bit of a weird clearance for Sinisallo and the touch isn't ideal. Rio's tried to spin kick it and failed, but we've maintained the ball. McCowan's trying to do too much. Lads, are you trying to give them the fucking ball? Ridiculous on all fronts, man. Ball breaks into the box, big deflection, shot. They're trying, of course, fucking instantly. Penalty! Did it hit his hand? Didn't look like it, but they're going to check. There is no fucking shot. They're actually going to try and let's see what happens. Goes into the box, takes a bounce shot. Claiming handball for that. Are you fucking sure, bro? Let's see. Natural position and it comes off his stomach where his arm is. It hits here, so it's not going to be given. If it is, then it's an absolute fucking rigged affair. Yep, puts the thumb up as if to say totally fine, and there we go. KT has been brilliant lately. Well, he's not on the pitch. That's the issue. Scale starting as a left back today. It just shows that Martin O'Neill doesn't have as much need to win this game as maybe Danny Rowe does, based on the fact that again Danny Rowe's came out with a pretty much full strength starting 11. We have not. We've got a centre back starting as a left back. Yeah, if they gave that as a handball, that would have been very, very harsh. You know, the commentator saying as much. It hits the bottom of his elbow, right beside his, right on his stomach. Sent forward by Sinisallo. Let's see where this one bounces down. If there is a win, yeah, we're starting to sit in on ourselves now. This is feeling like the first half that we were having last week. It's very stale. There's another off the ball incident. Can you cunts just like fucking stop for 30 seconds, man? I mean, Trusty slid for a good bit there. You need to stop wrapping my piss as well, big man. Get on your feet and play. Stop trying to buy fouls fucking 8 minutes into the game, chief, like that. Does he get out? Well, he does get caught. But it's not intentional by Cherney. He just kind of tries to get in front of him. Trusty then gets in his way, and it's just a small little bounce to the back that kind of catches him. I think the Rangers players probably right to be a bit peeved. Both teams looking for any advantage they can get, man. I don't like how we've started this one though. We had like 2 minutes of half alright pressure and then we slowed down instantly, and from there it's been pretty much one-way traffic. That didn't look like it stayed in play. It's going to be a throw-in for Rangers on the far side. Some minor complaints from them, but I don't think there's too much argument there, to be honest. Shout out to everyone that is in chat though. I do appreciate it, especially given the fact that this is a much more laid back type of stream given the circumstance. I mean, I say that we, you know, conceding life will be a Well, that's actually a good ball. Chase it in behind to net. For fuck's sake, man. This is what I'm talking about. We get into the right areas. We could make a smart pass. And what do? Try and pop it over the top to a guy that's running in behind two Rangers players for some reason. Use your fucking brain cells there, man. You can see that he's going to be under pressure, man. Speaking of pressure, Maeda's got on to Butland. That would have been awkward, but fair play to the Englishman for dealing with it. And it's a nice little touch on the far side for Sterling to keep it in play. Araujo will just win the ball over the top, and Rangers are having the same type of issues we are. No real intention on the final third. They're just trying to hit it forward and see what happens. Chase it in behind, try and cause some physical problems, but neither side looks particularly set. Rangers slightly the more comfortable side in the opening 10 minutes. And apparently that's a foul for Rangers. Okay, sure, right. That was on VAR. So far so good. Well, I mean, if they found a way to give that as a handball, it would have been insane given the fact that it hit the bottom of his elbow and was in front of his stomach. So if his arm wasn't there, it would have hit his stomach anyway. It's not an interference of play, can't be given. Valid enough, David. Valid enough. Well, here comes a chance for Rangers. There's a nice ball over the top, but maybe a bit too much power on the pass for Sumite to chase in behind comfortably. Right idea for the Belgian and Raskin, they're not too bad, but I'm just kind of confused by Martin O'Neill's idea to play fucking Scales as a left back. Like, you're taking out our captain for this game. I get McGregor needs a rest for fitness' sake, fully understandable, but kind of cast and look out into the deep end here by playing him in a natural position that he's not really had too many minutes in. And case in point, because he's just given the ball away, that's silly looky boy, you can't be doing that. Rangers are going to break forward, the crossing's way overhit, but Shamiti should keep it in on the far side. Arthur stays with him to keep it somewhat close, but Rangers are just slowing the ball down, trying to keep it as open as possible. Nice little step to the side for Maida to block the pass, but always going to be comfortable for them to deal with that one in the end. Well, the Scales one in the semi-final comes to mind. That's where the fear is. But again, it was because they made the argument that it hit the bottom of his arm. that was the whole VAR thing back in that semi-final. Their argument is that if it didn't hit Scales' arm, it wouldn't have hit his body, even though if you looked at the replay, yeah. Well, at least they got a call in on favour, but you don't really want to leave any potential ins for referees or other sources, and you just want to do the job yourself, ideally. Again, we've not really seen too many angles of us getting chances. That's a good attempt to break in behind there for Maeda, but once again kind of caught out there. A little unlucky, but it is what it is. That's a nice little break in behind from Benji Boy. That's calm for the offer. I like that. Passes it back to Sinisalo, slows the game down, but again, you can't be taking too many risks. And Arthur immediately does something nice by following up with shit like that. Why is every centre back we've got unable to pass further than 10 fucking yards, man? Ball played forward by Rangers into the box over everyone, but eventually picked out by a Celtic head. That's another poor giveaway. Are you cunts just trying this now? Tenecti's now giving it away for no fucking reason, despite having all the time in the world to take a touch. Ramens gets into Raskin. This is why we need McGregor, man. To calm the midfield down and stop giving away stupid shit like that. Ball out towards the area. Sterling cuts it across. Govosin. Chiga plays it across for Fernandez. It's a nice little touch from him. Keeps it under pressure and the ball's over the top. Where the fuck is anybody trying to mark a run there? 3 of yous and not 1 of yous are on that man. Can yous use your fucking brain cells, boys? Jesus Christ, man. It's like they're just sticking the... Stick to where yous are at, boys. Yous don't need to run and mark anybody. That's not needed. Well, it fucking is. So stop doing it, man. 3 of you dumb bastards just standing there while a guy waltzes in behind with no real problems or issues. Why is Tierney not playing? I'd imagine due to fitness and fatigue issues. Would explain it for a few of these boys. Keep in mind we did just have to play a game in hand, and not only plays into Rangers' favour fitness wise, or I will just put a bit of a body block in the way, but okay, we need to see more signs of life and just little bits of decent defending here and there. We need to start making fucking chances. I do not want to rinse and repeat the first half. Like, I am already under the weather and ill. I do not need to see us fucking side to side for another 50 minutes before we decide, oh yeah, we can attack. What's up with the captain? Same as Tierney, mate. Just rotation, fitness. Like, Martin O'Neill doesn't have as much priority on this game, evidently, as Rangers do, because Rangers have came out full strength essentially. We are playing players out of position and second or third choice players. That's got to be a foul, referee. Maybe not. Oh no, of course not. Yeah, I mean, fucking 3 of them on him. He can get decked, no foul. Unless he went down a bit soft, it looked like he got at least a little bodge in the back there, but referee ain't fucking having it. Just, I think our issue is the fact that we're not really maintaining the ball in nice ways here. I mean, as Watcher's just said there, Celtic have look like we've got nothing going forward. But it's like we'll get 2 or 3 nice little decent passes and then the third one is awful. So we can't do something half decent here, man. That's why I thought it would have made sense to start with Funchara in this one, because at the very least you could have brought Maeda on as a bench option with that fitness and running in behind, but doesn't seem to be like that's the game plan for us, which is always a unique one. Sinisalo can't sit back. Trusty. I mean, Trusty and Arthur are playing a massive gap between themselves as centre backs, man. They give that away once and there's about 30 fucking 40 yards between them. And once again, 1 or 2 passes, punt it forward, lose it. What the fuck is this? What? Bro, I should have probably stayed asleep, man. I should have just went back to bed. You take Casper as a striker through the middle rather than Maeda. I mean, I kind of get that to an extent, but cannot. It would be a wonder house and shithousery tactic of all the time if the 85th minute Casper comes in off the bench and scores as a striker, but I don't think that will ever happen. We're barely attacking with strikers as it is. We've won the ball in a nice area though, so we can maybe do something. We've finally got some final third press, and what does Rio do? Run at them and hit it straight into them, despite the fact he's got 5 overlapping runners. They're panicking, man. It's the exact same as the first half last week, man, but arguably fucking worse because there is no threat going forward. Fuck me, man. Rio finally gets into a nice area. You got Tunekti in acres of space. And what does Abelin do? Try and hit it on his weak foot. Look, that's our issue right there. Individuals making really retarded decisions at stupid points. Like, I get it, Rio, you're a good fucking shooter for range, but it's never going to work. Sinisalo's done well to come out and claim that one, leaves it after Araujo on the run. I suppose the one positive is that there's signs. Oh my fucking god, man, I need to stop speaking. As soon as I fucking mid-sentence Araujo punch that forward with no intention of aiming at anybody, man. Can you fucking idiots please, and I'm asking respectfully before I get annoyed, to not be fucking shit at the game. Where is the second half performance, man? You think they would take that and try and use it? That's a good step in. There you go, Trusty, decent. And what does Rio do? Get him off the fucking pitch, man. He's going to have one of those games. I think I've seen him make 7 attempted passes or plays and he's not succeeded once. Rio, please, brother. For the love of fucking Christ. Oh my god, he actually got a pass away. But he played it backwards, so he's put fucking Scales under. That's got to be a foul for Scales, surely. No, but we have got the throw in. I suppose if he's going to be consistent, if they're getting away with shit like that the entire time, we better get away with a similar type of fouls. I'm telling you the fuck now. And yeah, you can see in the replay clips it scales his heels, but just the throw-in we get from it, ball sent forward, there's going to be a chase down my head, I'll kind of track it just in case, I suppose, but played back to Butland sends it long, really. Oh my god, there's the lucky bounce in there in behind, Trusty's there to cause some problems, takes a bounce, Araujo does well to dig it away, like fuck's sake boys, good defending, but make us your own downfall by not dealing with the initial ball in behind. Play Henry Lawson up front, I fucking wish we could. Feel like he would still offer more at his age than now. So I get that we're going to be more defensive this game, we're going to have to ride our chances, but it's just so stale, man. Ball into the box, headed up and away. And I think my bloods are dropping. Of course they fucking are. Every conceivable thing that can go wrong. Well, let me check my bloods, boys, give me a second. Katie, oh, yeah, I suppose there is that as well. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah, and hypo, give me a second, boys. Like, genuinely, what the fuck is the point in this? It's every 10 fucking minutes. I'm just going to have to slowly munch these on the side. I have to apologise, but I know it's feeling weird for it. Bloods are down at 2.5 for no fucking reason. I haven't taken insulin since I woke up. I haven't eaten since I woke up. Doesn't stop Godfrey pissing me off though and trying his push. Always hate when I feel unwell or under the weather, man. Everyone just goes hand in hand. And it's kind of evident that our captain is a big miss. Any form of creativity from the back end of that left hand side of the park. I mean, Skills is... Oh, but that's a foul! Got it, ref. It's not as if Skills didn't have the exact same thing happen less than like 60 seconds ago, but the difference is we ain't playing in blue and red. Or white. Just a collision of bodies, literally what they were saying, but that's it's a yellow for Skills as well. Pathetic, man. I mean, Diamondi needs to go into a challenge fucking studs up with the intention of breaking Araujo's legs for a yellow card. Skills just needs to stand there. Just seen that he's the captain, went fuck it, let's make it inconvenient as possible, yellow card for that guy. Let's see where the set piece comes in for here. Worked in high and up towards the back, and honestly, Jigar or Fernandez, one of the two of them had made a really good run in behind and could have popped up with a header. That's pretty much what the SFA are. You just pick cunts for Sunday League and like, hey man, got like a lodge licence. I would have understood it, but if it was kind of explained, but yeah, like Skills had the exact same challenge happen to him about 30 seconds beforehand. And what did we get for that? A throw-in. What did they get for the exact same standard? Yellow card. Makes sense, man. It's kind of disappointing. Like you said, you had just talked about how we wanted consistency for both ends. We're not getting consistency for both ends. However, we are breaking forward. First time in a fucking while we've actually done so. Nice to see it, man. Connect out towards the left hand side. As well, late after Rio. Played back to Skills, and once again we again, what's the fucking point in going forward if the intention as soon as you get into the final third is to slow it down and then pass it back to the same area? All you have done there is allow Rangers to set their shape and defend it. Very questionable at best, that has to be said. I do hope you enjoyed it, David. You're getting sorry late. It's not bothered at all, Kevin. It's not as if you missed much, man. Currently dealing with our bloods while our team desperately tries to do anything that resembles football. How's the game progressing so far? Not very good. Progressing like the final third of a horror movie. You know, some bad shit's going to happen if they keep doing what they're doing. get that we're sitting with a more kind of laid, but oh my god, man, my bods are hitting me like a fucking ton of bricks. I apologise for anyone that's just came in. That's why I always fucking hate early kickoffs. Even if I wake up at fucking 9 or 10 in the morning, bods can still be weird. Virtual as the referee would just like fucking 3-0 forfeit one for Celtic instantly. Due to the fact that fucking Butland is wearing pink boots. Something like that. It's nice to see you all in good spirits despite the very awkward start with us. 25 minutes in, I'll be honest with you, very little to smile about, but we're not 2-0 down. Progress on last fucking week, but no real signs of life from us in that sense. We're doing well to defend, but that is literally about it. Not good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Benjamin, man, you need to do better there and move it. We win the foul anyway, but again, is Tenecti just fucking, is he like invisible to everyone? That's both Rio and Nigrin that has refused to get the ball out to him when he's on his own. But when he's surrounded by 2 or 3 fucking Rangers bodies, I punt it out to him instantly. Use your fucking eyes there, Benji boy. Come on, man, you've got the quality. I don't want to see a fucking instantly sane performance 1 week on. No real chances to speak of. I don't think we've actually had a chance. Rangers have had 1 or 2 opportunities, granted none of them too threatening. I'd say their best chance, they didn't even really get a shot out of it. It was up corner into the box. Maeda's done well to win that back, and 2 Rangers, well, I was going to say there's a Rangers, oh, big challenge there. Both players are stayed out. A bunch of bounce arounds and eventually played across. Scales is there on the left hand side. All those 2 are okay. The Rangers man is on his feet. Seems like a bit of a sore collision, but unless Celtic are the ones in the final third. They're off towards Rio. Might just try and force the issue here. Does well to cut it back. Scales is going to whip this in for a cross. It's not a bad whip in, but the header is so lacklustre. I mean, decent block in the end. For Rangers, probably the first piece of defending they've had to do in genuinely about 15 minutes. But Ziga gets ahead of it in case Maeda's head didn't get there, and well, he did miss. Another one in the Scottish Cup. I don't honestly know. I know Dunfermline played Aberdeen yesterday, and they weren't just really good to watch. They were fucking much better than Aberdeen. That Olusegun got caught up for a few days ago when he missed an absolute sitter. Explains why he dives. That's a weird ball. Oh, fucking hell, the corner could have been really good for us actually there. Took a weird bounce up off of I think it was a Rangers knee, and it could have spilled for a Celtic body there. Rangers do well to just about get the lines cleared. But it comes at the expense of another corner kick, which McKeown's about to swing in. Let's see where this one goes. Same kind of thing, the first bounce could have gone awkward anywhere, but I mean, Young's done really fucking well to spirit. Oh, he's done really well. Like, come on, he's getting pulled and pushed about 10 different times here, referee, man. Cool, boys, you know what you can do based on what he's just allowed to go there. Just start pulling on the fucking shirt. That's allowed now, aye? I don't mind him letting some of the softer challenges go, but the boy was getting hassled and fucking hustled there the entire time, man. Didn't win the ball once, was clipping at his heels, pulling at his shirt. No foul. Scales literally stands there, yellow card. Like, fuck's sake, man, the consistency needs to be both ways, ref. That's all we're asking here. Got to say, as far as an opening 30 minutes ago, it's been shite on both sides. You just sit about them if they took it first. Worthwhile jail sentence, I suppose. Nah, it's not as if Rangers are doing anything to try and, like, they're not diving or floating or anything like that. It's just the referee being, you know, home crowd advantage, I guess. He's getting swayed by the kind of O's and A's of the crowd. I don't mind it too much. I know there's going to be some decisions that will go more Rangers' way. Like 50s in the middle of the park and stuff like that. Referee will lean more towards Rangers in that sense just because of home bias, but I can't really be giving the referees chances to make those decisions in the first place. I think that's our issue. Say in the opening half an hour, Rangers have been comfortably the better side for about 20 minutes of it, and I say that very loosely because it's not as if they've made too many clear-cut chances. Some decent balls into the box. Oh, Romans is getting in Araujo's face, and Araujo is making it clear. He's like, bro, he tells him to go fuck himself. Basically, you can see it with a little arm gesture there. I mean, Romans does charge in full pelt with the fucking elbows at the ready, by the way. And then he gets up and tries to act hard to Araujo. You are a gimp and you're for the Netherlands. You get your shit kicked in, bro. Sit the fuck down. You kidding me? Like, of all the players on the pitch to go after, you go after the Mexican guy? Silly sausage syndrome right there, man. Oh, Maeda's done really fucking well to chase that down. I was holding my tongue just in case he got like a dangling leg and it deflected back into towards the net. We've seen him do that before at Ibrox. Good hustling for Maeda there. Granted, he's not had too many moments to shine this match, so generally nice to see some fucking movement for anybody in the front three. Sent forward by Sterling, that's calm enough. Can't fault a decent move there for Rangers. That's a nice pass, but Araujo should just comfortably get in front of that one instead. Actually, it was a poor pass in the end on the kind of rebounded touch. Rangers are trying to move forward with this one. Takes a big bounce around. I think it's going to be pulled back for a foul there on Diamonde anyway. Need to play switch balls or overdo. Yeah, fucking too right, man. We need to be switching things just a bit more often. Like, I don't mind. Again, it's fine if Maeda's making those arching runs in behind, right? See, the same way that you would have like an Adamu or Swanchara try and hold the ball up, let Tenekte run behind, or let Yang run in behind the other way, and then try and funnel the pass out. Maeda literally can't do that because Tenekte's been penciled back by Sterling on that far side, the same way that Romens is trying to keep Yang quiet. So good ball over the top if Rangers can get him behind here. It depends on the bounce of anything. Oh, yeah, it's a surface skimmer. If it took the soft bounce and laid back, maybe they could have got something out of that one, but unfortunately not. Trusty's put himself under needless pressure there, and that's going to be a stupid giveaway. Trusty screaming at Sinisalo, maybe communicate before the pass, and I suppose if the Finn didn't tell him, yeah, they shake hands now as if to be like, right, fucking shake it out, lads. And Trusty was saying to Sinisalo, you did not point out where it was coming, because it was slightly ahead of the arm, but this time Sinisalo does not take any risky approach, just gets it out as far as possible. Rangers won the first knock on and the second, but Celtic are trying to hustle for the third. Good little steal in the midfield though. And a lovely... Oh, this Diamonde is a diving wee cunt, by the way, man. Every fucking time that boy gets touched, have some fucking respect for yourself, man. Float him under nothing. That's a great ball if Araujo can get there. Well, he should get there anyway, he does. Nice little ball and really calm ball, and actually Yang's done well to... Well, I was going to say done well to get past the first man, but Romens was in behind him. We kind of tap it from behind, get it out for a corner kick, but from one end of the pitch to the other in as many seconds, really, that's a good sign of life for us. The spread ball towards Araujo was very, very nice, and as we're just talking about, Virtual, we just need to make sure that they've got that fucking ability to get out to the wings, open up crossing opportunities, give the wingers attacking options, rather than just cutting in and shooting. 34 minutes have been and gone comfortably. Corner kick to be swung in. This one's a little threatening. Could have been awkward. Didn't exactly go anywhere. That was my mirror. I'll only check that in a second or so. Another good ball in! Oh, it's in! Celtic lead! Our first major real big chance in the game, and Maeda's there! Back post, he's there, he tap in! We've been looking for that clear-cut chance. We finally got it, and it's gone in. You got to say, if you're a Rangers fan, you'll be fucking pissed off at that. Horrible defending at the back post. Very similar to how we scored that penalty goal at Ibrox last week. Maeda's the only one that's really switched on after the kind of spillage. It's a great ball in. Initially, it's like, I mean, from the corner, it bounces back out. McCowan's looping cross next time out. He's onside. Definitely. They're checking to see if there might be a potential route for the ball in. But he looks on there, and Maeda's definitely onside. It's not a case of him, it'll be a case of the flick on for Scales. But it seems good. Line seem, yeah, it stands. It should stand 100%. It's a goal. It's a lovely flick on, like, for Scales, and then right at the back, Maeda comes in with a diving header. Just reacts a tiny bit quicker. And Butland does not cover himself in glory, man. I thought maybe he kind of got under him and he just couldn't get the strength and the wrists to push it off the post, but he does get two hands on it. He can't really get on there, checking it for offside. So keep this in mind. They always like to do this. They'll be drawing some lines, but he looks on. He looks more on than Nygren did a few days ago against Aberdeen. But this is where they'll draw every line under the sun and take 10 minutes to try and find any conceivable way to disallow it. I'd be really annoyed if I was Maeda, to be honest. Taking forever for a check, they always do it. Got to make sure it's right though, which is fair. Again, in real time it looks like he is. I don't like the ref. Why are you letting the Rangers players stand around you, bro? Can you fucking walk away from them, man? Yep, what do you fucking know? It's disallowed. How nice. I want to see the lines then. If you are going to fucking do that, show me the lines. Let's see. The trailing leg of Scales, maybe that's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, he looks onside. No goal. Disallowed. Well, there you go. VR has intervened on two fronts for us now. The Rangers denied a penalty. Or, I mean, in their end, they'll feel like they were denied a penalty. They were not. It was not a penalty. It was a handball check on Trustin. We've now had one disallowed for that, I guess. I mean, I want to see, like, the actual lines. I mean, you talk about how, like, I mean, you did this with the whole Nygren thing a few days ago. You had to draw the lines. I want to see the lines because it's a close one. But it might be the same type of thing that it was with the Aberdeen defender a few days ago, where because he's dangled his leg out. Yeah, well, the day just gets even more fucking fun. We get denied a goal. Cool. That makes me happy. They're not showing the lines. They won't show the lines. They never do. Specific rules for specific cunts. I just want to see if it is genuinely offside or not, because it looks on to me. It looks more on than most of those types of calls. That's why the lines help clarify what part of the body, because, again, if they're trying to argue that it was Scales' legs, he uses his head to flick it on. No Philip header for Rangers there. It was actually a really nice header for Giga, but it was always going to be a hard ass to keep that one on target. Nice neck muscle movement behind that, you can respect that much. Only sure because no line's drawn. Well, if they haven't drawn lines at all, then that's their issue. Like, why are we spending millions every fucking season to get, like, the details in high definition? They're like, we're not going to bother drawing lines for a really close call. But a few days ago when we were up against Aberdeen, they took 5 fucking minutes to do the exact same thing. They can check it. I believe it is offside, right? You feel like they would have multiple angles to confirm that. But I just want to see how close it was. It's a real kick in the teeth for Celtic because you thought we were not to the good. And instead, well, the good old 12th man helps out there and cancels that one out. Maybe we'll get the angle at half time. That's my thinking. An interesting one up. Nice to see you, Wayne. I just realised that you're back in chat. Araujo's going to chase that one back. He should get there ahead of Romans and as well to body block him. And Araujo's just gives him a wee side look as if to be like, ridiculous we are ruining football. I mean, yeah, Wrexham were robbed by an inch as well. That's what I'm saying. It's always very finite margins. But I don't even know Skills was off. That's my concern. It's like, at least with the Wrexham one, you can tell that he is off in real time without the lines, even if it is close. That one, it's because the camera angle's like there, so it's hard to tell. Really hard to tell, but no lines being drawn is a bit of a bastard, because at least that way you can get the clarification. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think the call is correct, but I just want to see how close, if that makes sense. A lot of us hate VAR, and yeah, I was literally about to say, as Caden's just put in chat, it's not the actual system itself that's fucked, it's the people that run it. It's the people that sit there and get the decisions wrong. And again, they didn't get the decision wrong. I just feel like it would have been nice to have the clarification, because every time we have an offside goal or call that's close, that's got to be a card, surely, man. Come on, fuck. What? How are they getting away with so much? If Scales' was a yellow, that's a fucking red in comparison, but nothing at all. Bro literally cuts Benji. There's the lines. That's just not right. They've drawn the lines in front of the Rangers boot and then Scales middle of the back end of the boot. Like, bro, that does not clarify fuck all. The little lines are popped up in the same. Nah, I think we need a different still. Well, closer, otherwise it's been disallowed, so we're just going to have to accept it and move the fuck on regardless. Good steal from Araujo, although the pass is god-awful. Although their pass and return is also god-awful, so that's fair enough. Played out towards Araujo again. And for the second time, Araujo, you're not a crossing type, my guy. Please don't. It's not your strength. VAR should only get involved when an official gives a decision that looks to be incorrect. Well, they kind of have. Like, I get. It's one of those, right? Like, I can understand why most of us would be pissed off, because it's like, are you kidding me? But we'd be pissed off if they didn't do the same for us, right? If the roles were reversed, you'd be sitting here saying, well, it's good that they checked it to clarify. However, they're going to be that scrutinising about it. I expect the same standard the next time it happens to them. That's literally it. Consistency. But both times VR's been used, I suppose it has been right, so there is that. But it should add a few additional minutes onto these. Onto this half, I would imagine about 3 or 4. Although knowing the SFL will somehow find a way to make sure that it's 2. Denecte gives it away and then decks it over his own fucking lid. Nah, man, a few of these boys are just not it now. Ball into the box. Chance for Rangers. It was not a bad one as well. Shemiti was there on the run. Well bodied and blocked though to make it hard for him to get a much easier angle, but Tenecte, like, this is what I'm saying, it's not Rangers making their chances, it's literally Celtic players going, you can have this because I don't want it, and they'll just pass it to them because they're fucking stupid. Like, Tenecte, man, I love you to death, you've been very good and consistent over major parts of our season. That right there is why I don't like you in comparison to fucking Jota, and for instance, man. Need to have a little bit of composure at times. Very stale half of football. I mean, if you take away the fact that we have a goal disallowed, we've only had one shot beside that, and it's not as if it's any better for Rangers. 2 shots. Both teams are very stale, let's say. If you're a Rangers fan, you're pissed off because you feel like, well, you have a bit of revenge to get for last week, you know, like stamp your authority down and all that good jazz. Celtic, obviously, same type of boat. You feel like you'd have a great second half, you take that same form into the first half of the next match and you kick ass, but has not really translated for either side. I mean, Rio stayed down holding his back, so I'm guessing there was another off the ball incident. I totally missed it. Let's see what happened. Oh, it was for that collision. He did take a slow one, it didn't look like it hurt him that bad though. Oh, it's alright, it's because it goes in on, lands on the elbow, it's fair enough actually. Real, it's going to be one of those like fucking dead leg ones where you need to walk it off a wee bit. That's what I'm talking about. It's like they genuinely took the worst still possible. It's like the ball had already left the foot, fucking Scales' leg is technically on, and they drew the line at the front of the Rangers player's boot and not the back. That was like, you know, you're like, what the fuck is that? That's not it. But I'm presuming they were just trying to get a rushed angle out, so they just took the first screenshot and threw it up, but maybe more clarification at half time. It was a very close decision. I wonder what people are saying on like Twitter and stuff about it, but my phone's in the other room, so I'm not going to check that. Maybe other people can go on and see what the consensus is on social media if fans feel hard done by or not. Definitely say as a neutral, it's not been the greatest game to watch. The more interesting aspects of this game have quite literally just been the VAR decisions, the penalty call the Rangers could have had that was waved off, and Celtic's, we'll just call it disallowed goal for now. Again, very little clarification as to whether it was actually offside or not. But I think both sides will be pissed off but content, if that makes sense. They won't be annoyed at the fact that they're still in the game. I think from Celtic's perspective that's the main thing, right? It's not as if Rangers have been at their best, but that's the problem. Both of these teams know that if Celtic or Rangers step their game up in the second half, it could be absolutely fucking detrimental to the other team, because it's just going to take that little bit of individual brilliance. Big chance for Rangers. Oh my god, how the fuck did that not go in? Sharmiti has missed a big opportunity right at the end of the half. Don't know if it took a bounce and Sinisalo managed to claw it off the line, and it looks like the Rangers player would have been offside if it bounces off the... it would have been offside. Sharmiti would have been offside as well, so they would have been offside in two fronts. But still, what a save for Cine. Offside or not, he does not know that. Sometimes a game of walking football would be more predictable, honestly. Well, that is half time in this one. Quite stale. I don't really know what to make her out of it, to be honest with you. My blood's finally stopped being a pile of fucking crap now. Just a handful of sugar, basically, and you've gone up 0.6. Everything that can't go wrong has. Because Sinisalo is an absolute wall, exactly. I mean, he's finished. Like, technically, I'm not going to call him Sinisalo anymore. If he keeps having defensive performances like that, I'm going to call him Sinisiso. He's playing with that mindset of fucking do or die, get on the end of it, even if there's no reason to be. Just chase it out, fucking spread your legs as far as possible, get a block on the ball, get an arm out. But he's just got movement, which is, I guess, when you see Schmeichel moving like a bus for the better part of 6 months, anything in comparison is nice. If you got any scores you want me to check, let me know and I'll take a little gander at them for you if you want. Pretty solid though, pretty solid, ain't going to complain about that for most aspects. I mean, what are the stats? I genuinely think we've only had the one shot on target, haven't we? Thank you for loading the thing that I did not click on. What the fuck are you doing? See, I can't show that, but if you go into live score, you can take a little gander at the... you can take a little gander, but as you can see there, that's the key talking point of the half. Celtic thought Dyson Maeda had given the lead at Ibrox, but the goal was overturned after a VAR review, which I suppose is interesting. What I could potentially do actually is pull up any other scores, any other games that you would want me to take a gander at. I can't. But I'm trying to see if I can pull up, or try to see if I can find an image of the offside call with the lines, so I can pull them up and show you, but let me see. load slow as shit, do bear with me. See if we can find a more conclusive angle. Because I imagine it would just be in the replies of the... Fuck off that block. Yeah, it seems that a lot of people are pissed off in the comments as well when we're not being shown the line. It's all that pressure for Rangers on refs and the VAR is working to have a clear-cut goals to ensure the win, to guarantee any slight doubt with it. This feels like a lot of people are not too happy with it. Never offside VAR ruining football. I mean, fucking hell. But I don't give a shit about it. Give me the image. I don't give a shit about like people's opinions. I want to see the still image. Show me the fucking still image. That's it. I mean, if you want a little bit of good news, did anyone see the Six Nations stuff yesterday? Oh, I see. Oh my fucking god, can you actually stop being a slow piece of shit for 5 fucking seconds, man? Christ. Let's see if we can find... I mean, Fanchara would be an interesting one. I don't think it would be the smartest call in the world, to be honest. Oh my fucking god, can I just get the goddamn VAR thing, please? Holy shit. Like the fucking SFA going on to Twitter and taking away all the pictures that have been put up as well. I just want to still at the goddamn fucking... Nah, apparently not. Who won this? No one won the Six Nations. It was still ongoing, but Scotland beat France 50-40 and ruined their hopes of a perfect run, essentially. And Italy somehow managed to beat fucking England. Can I get a fucking just any type of screenshot? Like, nah, apparently there's none. If anyone that's on Discord, in fact, Flash, if you're still watching the stream, man, if you can find a screenshot of that and send it to me on Discord, so I can fucking... Apparently there is no such thing as a... We'll just search up VR. Seems like there's a lot of drama with that at the minute. Yeah, you even have like you have other professional commentators. Those VR lines were atrocious, by the way. So we're all in agreement that it just didn't seem right, and I think that's... Even Rangers fans are saying that they got a little lucky. That tells you all you need to fucking know. Let's see if... Aha. That clarifies it though. I mean, this is as good as I can show you probably. There's the angle. Keep in mind, this was before the lines were drawn, and in the lines, the ball is a bit further away from McCowan's foot. That's as good as an angle that I can give in Rangers' defence. That is as good as an angle you're going to get of, like, maybe Scales is offside. But when they drew the lines, I don't know if my Nah, my mouse isn't there, so I can't really point to it. But the player that's beside Scales, when they drew the lines, they drew the red line in front of his boot rather than the back of it. And then with Scales, they drew it at the front of his foot. Not at the back of his foot rather than the front, I should say. So they just fucked that part. So there's like a whole 2-3 centimetre fucking swing that could be crucial in a decision like that. And, well, we all know what resulted from it. But that is as good as an angle as I can give you, unfortunately. That is the talking point of the half right there, that still image. Because again, my concern was that Maeda, who's, you know, you can see him blood right at the top of your image there. I thought he was offside originally, that's why I was like, oh shit. But when Scales got the touch, Maeda was onside, so I thought, right, should be a goal. But no, there's your angles. So you can make of that what you will. Guarantee if I got one of those like fucking Crayola things and just exactly. For those that don't understand the Six Nations, here's a rundown of what happened. Irish whiskey, hell yeah. Fucking Scottish lager, hell yeah. And a good old Italian wine. Oh, for fuck's sake, here he is. Mr. Blue Rose himself. Let's run it down, Mitchell, real quick. Can you actually say that it was offside, despite the fact that, again, the SFA favoured you by drawing lines in front of the Rangers player's boot, but... Yeah, I mean, bro, even your own fans on Twitter are saying that you're absolutely fucking lucky as hell to get away with what you got away with there. It's the wrong call. It's consensual now, like, you have other commentators for other leagues going, that's a dodgy one, man. I should tell you all you need to know. And the handball call was trusty, I'm guessing, when it hit his stomach. Like the elbow right here where he was on his stomach, and if it didn't hit his arm, it would have hit his stomach, therefore not interfering with play. You need to read up on the rules, brother. We just wanted to know why the lines were drawn so fucking weird, because they literally used the fucking back of Scales's boot but the front of the Rangers boot. If you're going to use the measurement, fucking draw them in lines. Just straight line. They put it in a favourable way. It's the same shit. There's always a random VOD call that fucking pisses one fan base off. But right there, that does not look off. It's one with the lines that I want to find. That's the issue. It's like if I can find one with the fucking lines, then you'd see what I'm talking about, Mitchell. Because I'm not saying it's the wrong call. I'm just saying they drew the lines wrong. You know? Like, that's what we're saying. It's like, hey man, that's so obviously, like, they panicked when it came to, like, doing things. I get that they're trying to get it done as quick as possible so they can move on. But that clarified fuck all. The lines were not drawn correctly. Like, I feel like if they tweaked it and fixed it to the way that it was meant to be, what they did a few days ago with the Negrin call of the Aberdeen match, where they'd had two different sets of lines to, you know, have the parallel conclusive. They didn't. They just drew one line, didn't draw it correctly. So we're just asking where the clarification is. I think the call is correct, but I think the lines are wrong. That's what we're basically getting at here. Plus with the trusty one, it's straightforward. That is Virtual saying their natural positioning. It's not like a Stirling one where it's, you know, his arms out at his side of him. I don't know, Mitchell. I feel like if you flipped the roles and this was the other way around, you'd be fucking raging. But nonetheless, we move. That's the way I've fucked every team in this league over. It's not, you're not getting biased against yous the same way that we're not getting biased against us. It's just inconsistency. It always boils down to the same two fucking things. It takes too long to get the point across of what actually was wrong, and more importantly, they didn't clarify it in a clear enough way. Do you think players would still rather join us than Rangers if they had the choice? It's a preference thing, right? I feel like if you're an English player in the Championship, you're going to be more drawn towards a Rangers side than a Celtic one. But if you're, you know, from like a smaller league, chances are you'll probably like take Celtic. At a face value, Celtic offer more. you tend to get better wages, you tend to get more conclusive and concrete runs at titles and stuff like that. So if you're a kind of percentage player, Celtic, but it's a preference thing, right? There's certain players that obviously come from countries where maybe Rangers are a bit more appreciated than Celtic is. Like you wouldn't expect like a pure loyalist to be playing out in the League of Ireland for Shamrock, would you? So it's, you know, those types of things. This upcoming one, it's not just a season definer, it's a, you know, club definer. If we don't get shit sorted in the summer, it's going to be very problematic considering the fact we're losing a lot of key pieces. Like a lot of key pieces. When is Jota coming back? Due in the next 2-3 weeks. The running theory is that we could have him potentially back, not for the first Dundee game, but for the second one, because we play both Dundee clubs back to back, so potentially for the second one. Johnston's due to come back at the start of next month, apparently, or at least be, you know, fit to play, I suppose. But they'll still need to get fitness into them, and that's going to be an obvious issue as well. So you'd imagine Jota would be fully fit back for the split, but he should be back in the, you know, starting 11 a little bit beforehand, like 2 or 3 games before the split, you know, happens. Best case scenario, and that's if, you know, obviously doesn't aggravate the injury like we did with Kelechi. He gets back for a couple of weeks and then first game back goes down with another similar problem. So it's about making sure that doesn't. Is that fucking Petrov in the crowd there? Boy's looking fine voice though. I suppose that's the one good thing about this match is we get to see the old style atmosphere. I know you can't really hear it because I can't for audio reasons, but the boys are coming out for the second half. We'll be on the way relatively soon, so we will go back to this screen. But that's your key point right there. One last little look at it. Like I said, it does look just offside, but they need to be a bit more clear cut with the fucking lines, man. They need to draw them correctly at the fucking least. You know, this is a professional league. The Irish league do more effective work in that sense, but we have our job to do, which is basically get across the line. And again, the stats are not particularly pretty in either team's favour. Rangers having a couple of half pops towards the end of the half, but really 2 of those were from outside of the box and deflected, so it's not as if it was too much of an issue in that sense. But Celtic, besides that one shot on target that we had that didn't really cause Butland too many problems, we had that offside goal. So, I mean, both teams have had the referee take away chances, I suppose, in their own ways, but it's all about how we respond. Shakwani looks like he's going to be a change for Rangers that's coming on. It'll be a case of who for. But I might gain him some words of encouragement, but the 42 will be coming on. I feel like for us, midfield wise, you've maybe got Bernardo as the kind of key switch. If you want someone that's more physical anyway, that would probably be the way to go. History defining's a lot more than, yeah, it's definitely much more that than just season defining. Especially because if we fuck it, then we go backwards from where we're at right now, which is already very backwards from 12 months ago. But if we do really good and smart investment, then it could be like a Bodo Glimt scenario where the perfect transfer window kicks everything into gear and you get one really good European run. Bring on the Ox. Well, yeah, it's got to be a toss-up, right, who Martin O'Neill would prefer in this situation, if he prefers either of them at all. You have to flip that offside and it's not offside. It's a hard one. Like I say, I think the call is correct. It's just the way they're going about it with the lines is a bit stupid. I don't know why I keep talking about it that much. But literally last week I was talking about, we don't want the referees to be the overarching reason that the game's talked about, and then the very next Old Firm pretty much happens instantly. That's going to be a foul for Rangers. That's a silly dangling leg. Man, Tenecti does not look half-arsed already. Still one's gone down. They'll have a set piece chance to cause us problems 30 seconds in. just came in way too late. The Tunisian stuck his leg out way too vigorously, let's say. Catches still went. Straightforward foul. No arguments there. Sinicello just guiding these boys. Who's Celtic going for in the transfer window? Too early to have any concrete rumours, my guy, and even then I'm not with the internal board of scoutings. But basically everyone will be scouting anyone that's of use. Ball into the box is a high looper. It could, fucking hell, how have they missed that then? And the first thing that Rangers do is claim something. What are they claiming? Either way, about 5 of them were offside, so... Is it for handball or a corner maybe? I'm guessing it's for the corner, but even then, yeah, missed everyone, goes past everyone, so it is a goal kick regardless. Even if a Rangers player did touch it, it wouldn't be a corner kick, it'd be an offside, so... Pointless on both fronts there, take complaint. Celtic give up for a throw in the far side in the meantime. They're always going to throw that one forward. They've got to sit further than some fucking goalkeepers can punt. It's another throw in just on the halfway line. The problem is every referee wants to be in the spotlight. Aye, they think they're the best referee in the league, so they have to stamp that authority, and it just leads to them looking very silly sometimes. I still think the worst game for VAR this season, if you're talking like... I mean, if you take Celtic and Rangers out of the equation, it would probably be the St Mirren Motherwell match, or ironically the Aberdeen Motherwell match. Because Motherwell got favoured like fucking that St Mirren game. That's a good chance, actually. Maeda's, oh, he's done well to fucking run there. Get there, get there, get there. Oh, he's tripped up. Fuck's sake, good defending for Romans there. I don't think the Rangers boy got any contact on him. I think he did just enough to hassle it. But what a pass that was for Nygren, man. Maeda just doesn't set his feet. Romans just bodies him. Doesn't put too much pressure on him. It's not a shove or anything, so there's no claim for penalties. It was just a genuinely good bit of defensive play there. And give credit where credit's due. Celtic fans are encouraging it though, and Maeda seems to be fired up because he's chasing down a lot of loose balls. Rangers try to play clever out for the back. It's a loose pass. It looked like it went out of play. Referee doesn't agree though. Good feet there for Raskin. It's still awkward, still bouncing around, and eventually Celtic. Oh, that's a poor giveaway! Fuck's sake, man! Sinicello, thank Christ for you. It's still awkward as hell though. And Celtic clear the lines eventually. What the fuck was that, you dumb bastard? Keep your eyes on the ball at all fucking times. It's going to bounce off the referee, so drop ball situation, I think. So what I was saying, man, his first touch is so fucking poor, and that is an example of why I'm not so keen on Arthur. Because he did something like that against Aberdeen. Just totally misswung at it, and could have been a chance for Rangers to score there. That would have been a massive if they just set themselves quicker, but thankfully for us that was not the case. Got to be a wake up sign for you, man. Got to be a wake up sign, Benji boy. Can't be doing that. Again, it's well because there's 2 Benjis in this team, but good control there. That's not a bad pass if they can get through it. That's a brilliant pickpocket, man. He timed that so well. Similar to what Ramens did to Maeda, just stepped in at the right time, perfect contact on the ball. No worries there. Who's walks in a salute for a push before kickoff, God knows, but it's nice to see that there's a goalkeeper that's got, at the very least, a little bit of confidence, you know. That was kind of the main thing for us. Just a goalkeeper with a bit of composure and a bit of consistency, and he seems to at least have brought that, pulled off 1 or 2 really good stops in that match against Aberdeen, and even though he hasn't had much to do this match, the one save that he did make from that offside was an absolute belter. McCowan's just given up on that one a bit too easily. Yep, that's, you could tell his shoulders dropped there. Ball into the box for Rangers is not too bad. Big bounce, awkward as fuck, still going and over the top. Thankfully, I think it's a corner kick. A few Celtic boys got in the way there, and Trusty's gone down holding his ankle. A few of them had to throw themselves in the way there. Once again, it's just simple balls over the top, and nobody really tries to stick a leg in there. You can see Trusty, as soon as he got up for sliding, he's like, he kind of tweaked his knee. As soon as he got back up, he almost hit the deck instantly. And again, Benjamin Arthur's first touch deflects right into the path of a Rangers player to potentially hit a shot there. It was Mikey Moore, I believe. Corner kick to the defending stand. Chiniti and Chukwani are both on the near post with Skills and Trusty. A bunch of others spread around. There's a man right at the back, just on his own. And that's who they're aiming for. Yep, fuck, somebody switched on to get there in time. Thank you, Benjamin Arthur. That's what you do well. The aerial duels, yes. The fact that he was just left on his own though until the last second. Let Benji just at the last second caught on. There was a guy running in behind, got on the end of it. Celtic are interested in bringing back Farashi. Probably just rumours, but nah, I don't see any reason to. So it would be better spending that money on someone that makes sense, you know. Especially when we've been linked with players like Casper Holt, Zion Iris and all that stuff as well. That was fucking pathetic, Rio, man. Jesus Christ, could have ran out a little bit and then sent it up the line to buy the boys time to set the shape. Instead, just punch it out instantly. First time, no hesitation. "52 minutes been and gone now." And Trusty does the same thing when it goes into the box. Like, we've probably had more successful passes to the fucking byline than we have to our own players. Played shot. Sterling gets it from the pass back. A flick on is awkward, takes a big bounce, and again Celtic's prerogative is to just flick it away. We're doing the same shit literally every 15 seconds, man. Ball goes into box, we punt it, get a touch, do whatever, but it's only one and it's to get it clear. And just repositions the corner there. Slight delay, but nonetheless we're back on that. Corner kick swung in. It's awkward as fuck. How the hell is that not gone in? Jesus Christ, Rangers should have been 1-0 up there. And once again, Celtic's prerogative. Take a touch, get it to fuck. Like, lads, come on. Fernandez honestly should have been on the scoreline. I don't know if it was Fernandez or Jagger, but it was one of the two of them. I think it was Fernandez that got in and tried to like bundle it and it just rolled across the line and eventually cleared away, but playing a dangerous fucking game now, man. Real dangerous game. Just look like Celtic have lost their energy, so to speak, man. It's just not really good. Whipped into the box again, and Sinisalo comes out and claims that comfortable, well, really comfortably in his own camp, and he's going to have to try and spread that forward. Yang just dances around. That's a weird layoff, and McCowan's under pressure. How's that? I was going to say that has to be a foul. And that's just stupid. Why is he get like that? Romans guy is trying to be a shithouse merchant, and the referee's just made it damn well clear. Like, bro, you're not even trying it. Yellow card. And he walks away laughing like he doesn't know what he's done wrong. He just fucking stood over McCowan and then tried to stamp on him. You fucking idiot. Let's see what happens. Oh, it would have gone in if it didn't come off of Jagger. That's what it was. Like, Fernandez got the header and it hits the Rangers player. I was wondering how that didn't go in. And then Tenecti's on the line just to do enough to get it away on the follow through, but nah, showing that McCowan challenge back. But the initial foul, yeah, a bit soft, but he gets up and then tries to pure, like, tuck his studs into McCowan. It's a wee bit scummy, but it is what it is. As a Glasgow derby, you're going to have people that will try shit like that when they can't. Referee spotted it though. Sent forward by Celtic. How's Maeda's reactions? Pretty good. Oh, fuck me, he's been wiped out. Butland had every right to claim it. I want to clarify, but Maeda's just taken a fucking sore one. You could tell he was trying to get out of the way of Butland. Butland was trying to keep his way out of Maeda, but they were always going to collide there. That was a fucking sore one. Because Butland was not, like, I can respect it, it's goalkeeper's rules, right? He has every right to go for the ball. And Maeda was always going to be a casualty of the process there. He's up on his feet and they both shake hands. They can tell that both of them knew it was just a 50-50 they had to go for, but looks like there's going to be some changes on that far side for us. Looks like Chamberlain's warming up, got his kit on, and so is Fanchara. How many points are Celtic behind Hearts right now? Currently 5. Although I don't know if anyone's seen it yesterday, but Motherwell absolutely fucked it to Dundee. Despite scoring an absolute world there, a free kick, man, to like 30 odd yards, it was an absolute screamer, but they lost 2-1, so Motherwell, if they lose to us in a few days from now, they're pretty much out the title fight. Which is a bit of a shame, considering the fact how highly most of us have seen them this season. They just fuck it to the least suspecting team in Dundee. As Fanchara and Chamberlain are on, Tunekte and McCowan are off. Those are two very unique changes. Why are we taking off a winger for a... Why are we taking off a winger for a midfielder? What the fuck is the shape change then? Are we tucking in for a 4-4-2? Or is it going to be like a 4-5-1? Interesting. Motherwell can play some nice football. 100%. It should be a penalty for set. Nah, it's a fair claim. Although we're trying to dance around here. Rangers are trying to dance around, and this is awkward. It's popped up and away. Fuck's sake, lads, you've got to do a bit better. That's a poor clearance. So is the shot for Rangers, though, so we get something on that. It's very much bouncy stuff right now. Everyone's getting 50s, and it's not being claimed by anyone. Sinisalo eventually gets up and gets on the end of it. Takes a bit of a sore one on the landing there on his spine, so he'll probably take a second, and that's a fuck, he stayed down. Please don't, man. Sinisalo is like one of the few consistent players we've got right now. Yeah, he's on his feet. Just did that thing that, you know, yourself when you land and then you buckle onto your backside. It's like a oh shit type moment. But yeah, Motherwell can play some really nice football. Wouldn't have taken off Tunekte. I said Oxen big time. That would be... That's what I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck the game plan is then. I'm presuming it's a rotatory thing where Maeda will get pushed out to the left, Svinchara will go into the midfield, and then Ox just replaces McCowan. It's probably just the same type of stuff we're usually trying to do. But it's just because I see Svinchara sitting a lot deeper in, so it's not necessarily as he's playing as a natural attacking or advanced forward, I should say. It's more like he's been a hold-up player, which, again, doesn't really make sense. It's not as if we're making a lot of chances on quick counters. They've basically came for set pieces. And there's an off-the-ball incident, I guess. Trosty's gone down. What the fuck happened there? It's like the camera always cuts away, cuts back, and there's some fucker on the floor. It's Trosty this time. I guess there was an off-the-ball incident between him and Chermiti. Oh, and Raskin's trying to get involved. Referee has to step in, and it's getting a bit flared now. I don't know what happened to Trosty. I guess we'll get a replay of what went down. Well, he does hit. What the fuck's the... Bro! Trosty's been red carded for shit like that before, man! Just saying, by the way. Against Hibs a few weeks ago, like swiping out a player, is that not a red card offence? Isn't that what the SFA were fucking claiming time upon time? All I'm saying, by the way, that by the rules of their own fucking game. Otherwise they can shut the fuck up about that pish with Hibs. Even if it's just to move the game along, it's a contact foul. But we know that's not going to be given. But if I'm Trusty, I'm quite frustrated at that because, again, didn't he get sent off against Hibs for doing the exact same type of swipe out? Awkward for Sinisalo, but he does get enough on it in the end. Rio's done well to gather that. Nice little pass and move there, calm enough. We'll take that. And our Rangers players stayed down pretty much in the same spot that Trusty was down. Played forward to Yang. Araujo's going to pop it forwards. Finchara will... Well, that's not even a great pass. It didn't even stay in play. Should point out for anyone that is in chat that is... is here, if you would consider subscribing, it would be quite nice. Oh yeah, I should have pointed out while we were talking about the whole Trusty thing, yeah, Dane Murray came on for Benji Arthur, just to get probably some extra fitness in. Just a few too many soft fouls that are going their way and we're not getting away with shit. Yeah, that's a dive, man. One little tiny shot pull and he fucking goes down 10 seconds after Yang lets go. Got to say, that's a dive for Chukwani. They seem to be very good at that this game, man. Free kick. One of those that you'd have to say is very soft. We'll just see what happens from it though. It's in that area where if you put some height on it, you can get an awkward spin. And we've not been great at set pieces by any means this season. They've gone for the high whippage. It's not the greatest first touch on though. So Rangers will need to try and set their shape and go again. They play it back under a lot of pressure, and Celtic have done well to steal it back in a good area. It's all about moving it with pace and purpose, and that's just fucking hit forward with no real intention or hope of finding anyone. Really poor for Chamberlain in that sense. Dane's done well to deal with that. Rio spins away for his man. Finally some footwork, big fella. There you go. That's the Rio we know and love, man. And Celtic do well to maintain it, but we lose it after one or two bounce arounds. But that exactly, get them on the Olympics team for sure. Just the consistency's been really weird for the referee call wise today. I mean, Scales got yellowed for standing his ground essentially, but they've been getting away with a few. Fuck's sake, Tain, Jesus Christ. Threw himself over the man to get a touch on that there, fair enough, but all of our boys are now on the fucking right hand side of our pitch. So Rangers switch it to their right side. They're trying to get it forward where they can, and it's their turn to pick an awful pass. Neither team looks settled. That's the issue. Both teams look fucking done. I don't think it's going to be a case of who the better side today is. It's just going to be a case of who's the least shit. Say Rangers have had one or two bigger chances, especially in the second half. That Fernandez header probably been the pick of the bunch. Going to be sent forward. Maeda will chase this, obviously. Try and force the issue. It's not too bad from us. We keep it under pressure. Maeda does get in the way again, but it's always going to bounce out for another throw-in. Big Tam needs a goal, 100%. It'd be good for him. Can I like Callum? Oh my god. Apologies. I'm going to guess my bloods are dropping again based on that. Fuck off. I can't even bother. I'll just deal with it after stream. Been in a hype hole since this fucking thing started and it's refused to pass off despite the fact that I've eaten. If there is a higher power, he's trying my fucking patience today, I'll say that for free. Butland on the chase down from Shvanchara, does get it away, but... Ah, Carroll, not the touch, man. You just put yourself under fucking pressure for no reason. That's twice you've done that in a row, big fella. I appreciate the passion, but we need some fucking skill to back it up. Show us that Mexican grip, brother. You've got it in you. It's like Rangers are going to be making some changes themselves. Scott Wilson's coming off by the looks of it. And Gisana's on. Forward it goes. Pop on is weird. Head down is weird. Rio's clearance is fine. But nobody's on that left hand side to chase it down. You can say that about a lot of different things in this game, Watchall, to be honest. I don't think either set of fans will be particularly chuffed at the display. Sanasallo comes out with a diving header. Fucking yes, good to see, I suppose. Good hold up play there. Nice little shift and go for Rangers, but they can't really get anything on the end product. Scales does well to kind of shovel that away, and the ball forward is actually really good for Nygren. Oh, that's a dangling leg. That's got to be a foul. No offence, man, but that's more of a yellow card offence than any yellow that's been given. Yeah, and gets the card out eventually. Of all the folk on loan, Araujo was the only standout. I'd agree with that, yeah. I think he's the only one that understands what it is to actually play for the shot. That's the difference. Sterling is in the book though for the challenge on Maeda. Again, don't think it's intentional, but he did dangle a leg and he got the Japanese man an absolute fucking peach. And we'll just go back to siding it. Nice. We could have sent it forward and tried to keep them in their own final third, but instead we're passing around the back again. Martin, I know you're an old-fashioned coach, mate, but you do need to put the defence under pressure. In modern football, it's more about forcing the other team to make mistakes than creating chances yourself. And it's translated into pretty much this entire match. Rangers maybe haven't been the better side, but they've made the better chances. Hard to argue with that. Scales gets it forward, nice little take and go. The second attempt isn't as nice though, and Rangers can try and break forward with it. Nice quick movement. They're going to try and send that over the top. He looks offside there, even if he gets to it. I'd imagine the flag would go up. But instead, Yang just wins the ball back. Fair enough. Good feet for the South Korean. Nice little play into space. Chamberlain's going to try and send that down the line. It hits. Fuck's sake, it hits him in the back of the head. Of course it does. Maybe a bit too accurate of a pass then, that's what we'll say. Maeda nearly steals in behind there to put Fernandes under pressure. Quickly dispersed for Butland to Sterling out towards Gassama on that far side. Played in behind, Chimney chases and he'll be hustled by Trusty. Really good battle between those two today. Ball into the box is really good for Rangers as well. The pop back is not exactly ideal though. And now we're trying to give the ball away in stupid areas. Why are we fucking so consistent at doing that? Chance for Rangers. Big block for Trusty. Nygren. Stop whatever the fuck that is. Do what you're doing, but you do best. Take a touch and move it. Instead he fucking stands in the midfield, like looks around as if he's trying to find the perfect pass, and before you know it you're surrounded by 3 blue shots. Stop panicking, just fucking play. They're overthinking way too much, man. Like a darts player that's worried about hitting the wire on the 1s or the 5s. It's just take a fucking second, man. That's a lovely wee redirective touch for Yang again, man. He's doing some good defensive work today. Araujo's done brilliantly. That's better, Araujo, big man. Still, just keep running. Gets pickpocketed there though, and that means we're down a fallback for this attack. So Yang sits right the fuck in with everybody else and gets another good challenge in. Why is Yang our best defender? That boy's put in 3 brilliant challenges in as many fucking minutes, and we just won the foul there after Raskin's foul. Just a bit slack for the Belgian. But Yang's actually the best defender we've got. Who would have guessed? Some really good challenges all fronts, man. You've got to say for both sides. Still very impressed with that Romains block for Maeda's run. That challenge for Yang was actually beautiful, holy shit. You know, it's amazing when it cuts and you even see like one of the Rangers players getting like a minor like fair fucking dues. There is that respect there in that sense. Both of these boys are putting in some very physical shifts, but not necessarily skillful. Celtic are trying their best to force it forward. The header's interesting to say the least, doesn't really lead to anything. Celtic do maintain it. Scales, nice little give and go. Out on the far side, Rio. Cam Little movement, Trusty's forward. Every centre back is now in the Rangers half. Looks like it's their turn to do a little bit of pressing. As soon as I say that, Jan gives it away. Fuck's sake, man, I was just giving you credit. But Celtic keep the pressure alive. That's a good little pass and go for Rangers. Nice little take out towards the side as well. Gassama's going to break down that far. And Maeda gets back to put Gassama under pressure. Scales has to step off just in case, and Maeda does well enough with the hassling. You remember we used to be about 3-0 up by now? I'm sure there's probably people in the chat that would remember days where that would not happen. But that's not a foul. Ref for fuck's sake. Boy was looking for that, man. I think that's what Maeda's pointing out. It's a bit soft again for the referee to give that. Did he catch him? No, but he hooks his leg around. Gassama hooks his leg around Maeda and then goes down to buy the foul. It's smart from him. But once again, pretty soft. 20 minutes give or take to go in this one with additional time, I'd imagine. Maybe an extra minute or two on top of it. I'd say about 3 as of now. It's in that kind of dangerous area that we do not like. Who in that park of the bench was actually Scottish. Hold on, there was a really awkward ball in there. Sinisalo had to kind of catch that up at the top of his net. Good awareness for the front. I don't think they have many off the top of my head. Like, I don't know the Rangers team inside and out. It's not my job to. I know they have a couple of youngsters, but they tend to be they tend to start. That's good for Scales. Yeah, I mean, if in doubt, it's better to give a throw in than a corner there. I'll take that. But still under a lot of pressure. Gassama, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do there. And I mean, the Rangers fans, well, they let out a sigh of frustration there. You could hear like the audible And both teams are very much trying to sputter across the line, man. They both ran out of gas, essentially. It's just about, you know, it's like a fucking Cars movie ending. You're going to have like McQueen sticking his tongue out to get over the line. That's going to be one of these teams. It's because both of them are aware that it's not a horrible thing if they lose. Less games for the domestic run-in, especially with how close the title is. I think that's, you know, a blessing and a curse if you win this game. Blessing in the sense of the fact that, you know, you have a shot at silverware, and obviously with Aberdeen being knocked out, that gives us the incentive to go and put ourselves back on the hunt for a trophy. But Rangers will be wanting one of their own. They know domestically they're in a worse position than us, so maybe the cup means that bit more. It's probably why Danny Rowe started with a stronger lineup. Because keep in mind, Celtic are doing this without their skipper, they're doing it without a traditional left back. So for that aspect, not bad, but Celtic have done very little of note. A few block shots, and that's really about it from us, with the exception of the offside goal, which again can still be debated now. Ball into the box is decent for Rangers. It's going to bounce. Big chance there. Oh, he's missed that opportunity and a half. Speaking of the youngsters, it is Mikey Moore that gets a chance on a half volley, but he doesn't do anything like I was expecting. I mean, you try and get your stomach and chest over that ball and hit it low. That's true, but I suppose you can say the same for us, right? We don't have too many Scots. We do have more Scottish people in general, right? Our captain's Scottish, that in itself is enough. And you can see some of the nerves for the Celtic fans in the away end. As much as the atmosphere must be absolutely banging in there, considering the fact you were used to, you know, a tiny wee corner. But it's almost like that extra presence of Celtic fans have been almost like a slight problem for the boys in that pitch. great result for the family yesterday. Oh, genuinely it was, man. They were fantastic. Their first goal was gorgeous. The cross in and like the half volley into the top of the net, man. It was fucking beautifully taken. And the Rangers are going to have a set piece chance of their own there. Good defensive work for Trusty again. He's woke up in the second half. He's a lot more consistent, but you don't want to be sitting there and saying that your best player defensively speaking is still your right winger. You know, Young has put in some excellent challenges today. They'll probably have some youngsters, I'd imagine, but actual starters that I can't think off the top of my head. Corner's lofted high, and Sinisalo again gets strongly onto it, and fuck's sake, the Rangers players were surrounding him there, trying to prevent him throwing. Referee gives him an ample warning and says to Sinisalo, you can take your time there. Barami's going to be coming on anyway, so probably that's why. That is Barami. So Rangers are going more attacking. There's another additional attacking change, so that's interesting. It seems like they want to go for this. It's going to be Moore that comes off. And the name Barami is on. Ah, no, they're come to me. I was thinking that. Well, they have a good amount in their academies and stuff, but very few of them are skillful enough. I think that's the difference with the way Celtic and Rangers operate nowadays. It's different if you're at like a Motherwell or a Hearts level where you want to switch things up. But I mean, even Hearts have realised that you can't just do it with Scotsmen. That's why they've brought in, you know, people from fucking Greece and Germany and the likes. It's not as if there's many fucking Premier League teams that have English players. Most of them are just foreign. Most of the good English players actually play outside the fucking Premier League if you think about it. Same with the Scots in our country. If you're a good youngster, you end up in Italy or England. That tends to be the case. Sometimes the MLS for some reason. If anyone remembers Ryan Gold, boy threw away his career by going to fucking leaving Sporting to go there. Looks like we'll be making some changes, and is that fucking Mavuka? Are we bringing on Mavuka? Well, it's a winger's change. It's going to be the Asian players coming off and Maeda and Yang. Arguably two of our most important players this game, and it's going to be Mavuka and Forrester coming on. That's like, we've made ourselves worse. Rangers have brought in stronger options in Barami, and we've brought in Mavuka, a guy who's played like genuinely about 70 minutes of football. But if you're going to introduce yourself to the boys in a fucking effective way, scoring a last minute winner at Ibrox would be the way to do it. But it seems like we could be sitting here for a while. Yeah, I don't want this to go extra time ideally, man. For UEFA, you're required to have at least 4 or 5 nationals in your team. It's like developmental rules or something like that. I don't know what it falls under. Well, Mavuka's first involvement is to boot it off the backside of Dion Stollen out for a throw-in. Interesting to see what the 32 does. I think the lawyers were disappointed when he was the one that got signed. I mean, it was Mavuka, but he had links with Sterling and St Maximin and obviously Chamberlain at the time, but he's been brought in to do a more midfield role. That's an awkward slice. Sneekren's going to be under pressure there. And fucking, I mean, not the worst attempt in the world there. I can respect it for Chukwani. If it was Chukwani, it was one of the two. It was someone in the midfield anyway. Took an awkward bounce and he just kind of half cocked it. I think is probably the nicest way to say it was Chukwani with the effort. At least Zach's kept his enthusiasm. We have not been in this game very much, to be honest. Very stale last performance for us, but still in it, so there is that. Trosty's just been fucking clocked a belter by Chernity there. And Chamberlain gives the ball away fucking stupidly. All of that for that, big man. Well done. I do apologise, my insides are actively trying to betray me in real time. The development of, yeah, England did the same. They just pumped hundreds of millions into their academy once they had enough. And another loose pass. I fucking hate this team when it comes to any form of fucking pressure. These cunts collapse under it, man. It's insane. I don't think I've seen Svanchara touch the ball in the last 20 minutes. I think Sanasalos had more touches than all the other attackers fucking combined this off. It's not a full referee. Oh my fucking god. Every time they fall over, man. That Chukwani's a bit of a diver and all, man. Soft as shit he goes down like that. Come on, man. So I get you're trying to buy fouls as a professional, but it's a little soft. Although Forest's press is a little interesting there. Could have been something. The Rangers are just going to play it up the line. Fernandez, good ball actually, to be fair. I think the flag might be going up for offside. He looked at that and yep. Fair enough. Oh, we're taking it quickly, fair enough. Trusty's going to run it. Quick pass, Dane back to Trusty, back to Dane, just side to siding it. Back in towards Rio. That's a... You're inviting pressure, boys. You've got to break through the line at some point. Scales. He's the one to try and engage it. Mavuka's been caught there late, and I think that's going to be another foul. Not intentional for Stirling, but into the book he goes. Man, I would love to see a late goal in the away end. But I've not seen the Celtic fans on that far side in frame too often. I said Celtic have probably been alright for small parts of this game, but Chamberlain's trying to do too much there. He's really trying to do too much, and fucking, he's done well to get through, but he's going to do that thing that all Premier League players do with a missed pass. I could see it coming before it even happened. I've seen him do that so many times in the fucking Premier League. Great little dribble and then he gives it away. Simple shit pass, like, oh, come on, man. There's a yellow card coming out for one of our players because Rio's got a bit snappy at the back of the heels there. Although, to be fair, he had a case to have a foul himself. I mean, Romains did not win that ball. But only one player gets carded there, and of course it's a Celtic one. Typical. I mean, yeah, definitely a foul with the Rangers man beforehand, but referee did not see that, I guess. Unless Rangers will try to run it, it's a nice little ball forward there. Scales does well with the cut. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Every time I'm like, Scales does something, right, immediately fucking mispasses it. Rangers are in our box, big opportunity, deflects and they're crossing away and eventually hooked. Cleared by Forrest, but every fucking time, man, that's the third mispass for a defender today. That's opened us up like a fucking... Like, just stop your shit, man. Rangers are going to try and hook it in for range, and once again, shitty touch on it, and somehow it goes behind you, Dane. You're a defender. What the fuck is that for a touch, man? Like, what are these dickheads doing, man? Respectfully now. Playing like you're away at fucking... away at home at Barcelona or some shit, man, with a stale-ass defence. These are just inviting the pressure, and the late winner's going to come for them. We are not looking like the side that's trying to do anything. Has Rangers been booked at all? Yeah, Diamond. for the kind of high stud challenge, or not necessarily high studs, but showing studs challenge. Right, bro, Gisama's actually trying to fucking mount that. Like, come on. That's showing that corner chance, the one that Trusty managed to hook off the line. It was him or Negron, one of the two of them. Dolhun Shun? Nah. Plays for Ajax, potential signing. I don't really know too much about him, Chief, so it's one of those where I can't really say. But Ajax youngsters tend to have a decent bit of grit about them, so it could be interesting. Mivik has tried to force that one forward. At least he tried to go forward and not backwards, so they get the advantage played for the kind of physical and air collision that goes out towards Forest. That was a ball into the box. Small signs of life, I suppose, but Rangers deal with it calmly enough. Sitting forward down the line. I mean, all the drama so far definitely seems to be in the first half. Ball is poorly whipped across for Rangers and Sinisallo gets there calmly enough. Some footballers have some strange ass names. Although Shin isn't as weird when you consider the fact that we've had players called Shin in our team before, so... Nah, no. Kind of what I'm thinking, though. That's why I didn't read out the first name. Shite pass, man. Svinchara will try and keep the pressure on, but always asking a lot there. Butland's touch was heavy as shit. Svinchara was Maeda there, that would have been prime territory for a chase down, but that was a miswing there for them as well. Then that should be a foul for us, yeah. At the very least, they're throwing one of the two. An issue, man. Normally tells the team to score after the 90th minute. True. However, I don't need I don't need to have any more heart palpitations ideally, so I'd rather avoid that cost. Ball into the box is decent. Actually kept in by Trusty. Corner kick. We've got something. Let's go. Nah, it's just stress situation, Sheila, and that's what it'll be. A few of us are on edge, and rightly fucking so. We're getting to the tail end of things here, about a minute left until the 90 are up. Celtic are in a very dangerous area. Corner kicks tend to be a bit of a mixed bag for us, but if we get it well timed. Let's see where this one's going. Swung it in. Oh, could have been awkward. Rangers do clear it away. Your resting heart rate is no drop below 85 this whole game. Understandably so, Virtual. Understandably so. Yeah, we've not played particularly good, Michael, I'll be real, man. I mean, I was expecting it. I mean, we said literally after the Rangers match last week, don't expect that in the next match, because cup game, Celtic will look at it like even if we lose, it's not the worst. So they won't put in as much effort. That's why we've came out with a changed 11 in comparison to what Rangers came out with. It's why we've decided to rest our skipper and a couple of key players that you might have noticed, and Tierney and all that as well. Although again, Tierney's had that little scan check going on alongside it. Nah, YouTube moderation's kind of more relaxed. It's mostly for people that spam links, Shailen. But they're just outright racist or retarded. One of the two. It tends to be one of those types of things. 3 additional minutes to be played here. And Trusty's up in the box somehow. I mean, Celtic are all of a sudden trying to go for this. It's not great for Scales though. You got to stay with your man at least. You got to stay with your man at least. Scales, come on, big man. Rangers are trying to break forward here. Big chance for them. Dance into the box. It bounces and goes around. Rangers are trying to claim for any type of penalty there, but it was just good defending from Dane Murray. Got his leg in front of it. I know you need to have cats' lives to deal with this club. Sometimes. Farther than off shootout. It looks like additional time might be loitering unless there is some real late drama. Fucking hell, we've tried to put ourselves under pressure there. 2 fucking weird headers and they got another corner. Could have done literally anything else besides that between the two of yous, but nonetheless, I suppose. Corner kick to be coming in here. It was Gassama that was teeing up to swing it in, although he's left it. Do another blood check. How are my bloods getting low? Fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking onto the box there. Could be dangerous. I fucking hate my body, man. I do apologise, I needed this to get my bloods up. So unless they're up the fucking piss. That would be a really bad time for them at school. But they are going all out for it. Oh, what the fuck was that for the Rangers, boy, man? That was, I'm not sure, that's probably the worst cross I've ever seen, at the very least, though. Yeah, it was a really good block for Dane, actually, showing the replay of that back. Perfectly timed challenge. Nice to see. I've been giving the boy some shite for the games that I've seen from him this season. It's nice to see an actual consistent challenge for the boy. Well, that's full time. Extra time it is. Fuck's sake, man. The last thing I want to be doing while my bloods are continuously trying to fucking kill me is something you're having to do fucking call me. I've also had to send them off, just for the vibes. Well, that means we're going all the way. Which is fun. I might need to go and get some actual honey just to speed this fucking process up, man. And they went for fucking an entire packet of squashies. The bloods have gone down to it. Cannot be fucking arsed. Usually when your blood's double you just eat kidding. But for whatever reason my body's just saying fuck that even with food. And despite the fact that these are literally just fucking pure sugar. Nah, probably not enough. So I apologise in that sense, so just give me a minute or two. I'll take this opportunity to get juice actually. I'll be back in a moment. Fucking hell, yeah. Oh, I'm going to get stood up, man. Apologies, gentlemen. We back. There's certain Physicality game. Need to be smart with it. It's mostly like certain fruit liquids and like natural acids and shit. I'll be good in it. A little bit. Drink a gallon of caramel. If I want to meet God and shake his hand, then that is exactly what I should do. So they could score and make a lot of people feel better. It'd make it feel a little bit more worthwhile, you know. It's not anyone's fault then, it's just literally about fucking 10 minutes after I went live, my blood started dipping like... I'll give you a breakdown of how this shit works. Looks like Tavernier's going to be coming on for Rangers. But yeah, my bloods are literally like 2 below what they should be. They're meant to be around like 4 to 8, ideally is like a perfect, like, no, not technically perfect, 4 still low, but that's safe. But for the last 2-3 hours my bloods have been just stuck below 3. So it's that pure nauseous feeling. It makes you have to stop talking every now and then because it feels weird, but that's what it is. A lot of folk at BP as well, fucking damn right. I don't see there's any changes for us. Yeah, that's my blood pressure right now, bud. It's literally like about a third as effective as a normal human being. Yeah, certain. That's literally why I've got fruit juice there and all that good jazz. I've been diabetic for the better part of a decade, boys. I will live. I will be fine. But just weird feeling. I wasn't born with it. Nah, mine's just like pancreatic, so I got that shit when I was like 16, 17. Pretty much as soon as I was like heading out of high school. We've got an interesting into this one to come through, for sure. I mean, Rangers are definitely the team in the ascendancy over the last, he'd say 20 minutes of the last half, so they'll be the ones favoured to do some damage in this one. Cups, yeah, no, you're actually spot on, Virtual. Like, diabetics use the same fucking saying as Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar. They make a cup of tea, spoonful of sugar, and it goes up by about 3 or 4. You're spot on. But I can't make a cup of tea in the middle of a live, you know. I'll be about 10 minutes, gentlemen. It's just go stand and sip a cup of tea on the side, you know. It could have just been pre-diabetic. That's how it tends to go. And then you get diagnosed after something. Usually illnesses just bring out the worst in it. That's why ketones are so dangerous. But I don't think you're here to listen about health, you're here to listen about football, so we'll focus up on that. As long as there's some actual football to be played by us, because we have not done much of it. We're still looking for our first real shot on target. The one time we did get a shot on target we scored, but whether it was or wasn't, the referee decided to disallow it for offside, although Mavuka's done really well there. Mavuka's done a thing, and then we've immediately fucked it. As soon as it is the theme of the game for us, man. Do something really nice, follow it up with something stupidly fucking dumb. And now Rangers are on a break forward here. There's a chance for them, whipped across the face of the 6-yard box, and Trusty stabs that one away after the touch. Clear for Dane. Nice little overhead kick touch for Scales there, although he was risking high foot. And Vuka's just been clocked a belter there, and of course he's going to bitch about that despite actually claiming the touch. Look, Raskin, fuck off, mate. You know you touched him, let's have a gander. Yeah, he sticks out of the bluff. It is soft actually. He does stick out his leg, there is contact, but it's soft as fuck. Few players are doing that, man. Aye, wise Dom, and that's one way to put the man. It's like a volcano. If it erupts, you get fucked. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemies, I'll say that for free. Oh, that's a good press from us, but to be fair, that defensive composure class for Rangers. Nice little touch inside, they're still going on. All of a sudden it looks like the ball's sticking and glued to their feet. They might just shoot for range here. They figured they might as well have tried. Mavuka tries to get out from there, loses it, but it's cleared up and away. The Celtic in 1 or 2 nicely. I mean, they are playing a lot more composed. 1-2 touches, they're not trying to run it and do way too much. They're keeping things quite docile. As much as I hate to admit it, or the team that looks more favoured to win for here. Obviously with Celtic having to play that extra game in hand over Aberdeen a few days back, a few of the boys will be absolutely dead on their feet. That's why the team looks so unique right now. Oh, good step on that. Doesn't matter if my bloods are dropping anyway, man. If we score, I'm still fucking celebrating. Hell, even if I have a shot at this point, I'll start fucking celebrating. I just want to see something, man. Is like Svanchara done anything of note since he's come on? Have any of the attackers done anything of note? Our best defender this game has been our fucking right winger. I'm just heavily confused by about 90% of this match, but the fact we're still in it is respectable. Rangers rode their luck with the offside call, but we've certainly rode ours with a few big chances on Rangers' end, especially in the second half. That Fernandes header that bounced off his Jaga, or Giga, whatever his name is. This one talking about, that's not a handball, referee, thank you, that's good, that's decent, we can do something with this, run it forward. Ball into space, Mavuka's going to have a good first touch here and tries to pass it too quickly, still does well to hold it up, and now he's just, oh my fucking god, I hate him. I don't like him, man. Pace merchant that doesn't even have the pace. Like, dude, you literally had about 4 seconds to pick a pass, then you lose the ball, and then don't have the physicality to win it back despite the guy that you're being up against. Absolutely shattered. Feel bad for Rio though, because he did well to win that back just for that to him. It's like a live watch along to like a fucking permanent live of someone just lying face down on the floor. That's why these things are quite useful. Nice wee touch for Rangers, I'll give them credit. Nice ball in behind as well. Trying to play with some pace and purpose. Again, it's just lads, you just need to fucking do a bit better there, man. We're doing everything in our power to make things as difficult as possible for ourselves. Chamberlain doesn't look too happy. Trips another man up for another fault. Supporting this team on the worst enemy. Now that's a fate worse than death. It's definitely not a foul on the foul. I get why Chamberlain's pissed off. It's really soft, but nonetheless a foul has been given. It's not as if they're going to be able to do much with it, and I think they're aware of that. They've just kind of set themselves with a banked line. Definitely a high swinger at the back end there. Skills has to win that one. Does win that one. Not the worst pass for Mavuka, but at least we get the throw in fair, surely. Raskin doing Raskin things and being a nuisance. Love to see it, I guess. Oh, for anyone that's watching the game, like what are you making of this? Is there any route you can see us getting something out of this game? Because right now it's seeming not as likely. Like, at least in the second half of the match last week, there was that like fight in them. You could see the spirit, but now it kind of feels like the boys are probably trying to play for penalties. which is kind of depressing considering the fact we've still got about 5 minutes left of this minimum of the first period of extra time, and then obviously the second one to follow. And we're up against Rangers, man. They're penalty fucking specialists in that sense, so you don't want to go with a shootout against them. Because we've missed a good amount this season, man. Even the last one that we had last week against Rangers, we technically missed it, so I don't think playing for penalties is the way to go here, man. If you're going to lose it, just lose it in extra time. As you can see, you gave it a fucking go. Rather than sitting in this pathetic ass fucking side to side shit every time we do get a bit of momentum. Rangers have popped it over the top, he looks onside there. That could have been a massive opportunity, honestly. How the fuck? How the fuck did they miss? Like, again, they should be 1-0 up here. It's another miss for Shimmitti. A good block by Dane, but it was just because Shimmitti couldn't sort his feet out. Just takes too long, gets it off the chest, and by the time he kind of goes to take the shot, Dane Murray's got himself back in the way, and Sinisalvo's there with him just in case he goes near post. So we survived that one, but Jesus Christ. One of the bigger chances of this extra time period for sure. And the referee's going to hold play, so there's a conversation going on between Nygren and one of the Rangers boys at the back post. As well as Sinisalvo as well, actually. There's a Rangers will win on pens. We're crap, we're absolutely fucking awful at pens. It doesn't matter anyway, because I think Rangers have just scored. Fernandez has got it on the near post. This is what I was talking about, you don't want to sit in and give them chances. And that's why. 1-0 Rangers, it's gone in. Unless there is something to say it would disallow it. He hits it off his own fucking hand, first of all. That's disallow that shit immediately. It comes back off his hand, the hand of God once it, that's he does, he slaps that bitch into the net, man. It's volleyball. Disallow that right now. You ain't Maradona, brother. Get that shit the fuck out of here. I thought it deflected off a Celtic player. It didn't. It came off the hand of Rangers, man. Nygren kicks. Oh, it is. It's off the hand. Disallowed. It should not stand. It absolutely will not stand. They have to disallow that immediately. That doesn't hit his hand, it doesn't go in. It's that simple and that straightforward. It's not a possible handball, it's clear and fucking obvious. Get that shit off the screen when we move on. Let's see if VAR will disallow that. They'll try, but it has been wiped off. It did come off the hand. So Celtic and Rangers have now both had goals disallowed in this game. It's still all square though. Big opportunity for Rangers, and they've... Oh, I feel a wee bit bad for them, but it is a handball. If it doesn't hit his arm, it doesn't go in. It's that simple, it's that straightforward. I think he's going over to explain his decisions to the fourth official and point some stuff out, fair enough. That'll be a gutting one for Rangers fans. I can get why they'd be disappointed in that sense. VAR to the rescue. That was used in the first half, boyo. For fuck's sake, if it wasn't for VAR, this game would have ended 1-0. Well, it wasn't VAR really to the rescue, it was more or less your player like playing volleyball. Different sport entirely. Funny as fuck, man, but that's what it is. It looks like we're going to be bringing on Bernardo, who's looking more and more like Matt O'Reilly every time I see him. No, that's what I'm saying, Michael. The only reason I feel bad for them is because we've literally experienced the same thing in the first half. You have that jubilation of, yes, we're in the lead, and then it's taken away, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Of course it is. Man of the match of this game is VAR for both sides, let's be honest. It's a joke. Right now I can hear some 50-year-old Jails fans sitting in New Scouts going, I used to miss the beautiful game where VAR didn't ruin every call. Fuck. It's just like, yeah. But it's funny. I mean, if we got cheesed, then they get cheesed. At least it makes me feel slightly better. Technically, this game should be 1-1. That's the way I'm looking at it now, right? There you go. But we still have a job to do. Keep in mind that that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to sit in the entire time, if we're playing for penalties, we ain't getting to penalties. And it seems like that's what we're trying to do, and it's a big fucking issue. Rangers are trying to get into the box again. Fucking hell, boys. Dangerous game there, but Rio does well enough. He'll just send it up the line, or try and send it up the line. It's a nice little backheel touch, actually. Give him credit. The Anglo winners their hope. There's always a chance to win in a game of football. You just need one lucky bounce over the top and you can get something going, but Rangers again are the team that seem to be favoured. There's another break forward, ball into the box! Oh, I thought that was it. Fucking hell, they've missed again. We need to start attacking. Lads, that is the wake-up call. Beyond wake-up calls. They've missed 2 sitters, basically, within the last 10 minutes. Can you maybe step out and meet them? You're just asking to lose this one, you fucking soulless cunts. Have a bit of fucking passion and pride in the shot. Rangers are at least trying. They might be missing sitters, but they're giving it a go. We're not even fucking showing up, man. Did we just stay in it full time? If I'm Sanassalo, I'm fucking raging, man. Your dog's called Maradona. My apologies. What a name for a dog, though. Fair play. Rangers have Diego. Some player. Well, there are iconic pictures in plain and blue and white. That's a good shot for the range, actually, for Barami, but comfortably gathered by Sanassalo. Probably the only fucking guy that deserves any credit this match whatsoever. Because he's put in some decent fucking shifts and kept the fucking box at least somewhat defended. But he can't do it all on his fucking own, man. Gave up watching the TV. I have a feeling a lot of people, once it got to like full time, they'd be like, you know how this is going to go. Rangers have got more energy. Like, we had to play the extra game a few days ago and we're already stretched with who's on the pitch right now as it is. Again, Scales playing left back. We're down our captain, obviously. Tierney's not in the lineup. So, I mean, I'm happy that we're in extra time. But, again, there's just no really the fight there. Rangers are trying to get forward with it. And Vuka, again, we're just clearing the ball away, man. That is 90% when his Ox coming on. He's been on for the past, like, he was on for the last like 25 odd minutes of the second half, David. Ball's whipped in. That one's overhit for us, thankfully, in a couple of ironic ways for the Celtic fans behind the goal who have not seen anything to fucking cheer about. Still trying to make noise, and I respect it, but if you're in that stand, you're wondering what the fuck you wasted the money for, because, again, we're still not had a shot on target. Just the single fucking effort, with the exception of the disallowed goal. That's it. Ox is on in his gash, I suppose that's one way to say it, Blackburn. I mean, the only weird thing is that, again, when it comes to, like, Glasgow, derbies, old firms, whatever your way of thinking about it is, they don't usually end 0-0. Very rare that shit happens, man. I know there was one last season, there was one last season, but before that, I can't, maybe 17, 18. Draws are very few and far between, like, well, you know, goalless draws, I should say. There's always a lot of, like, 1-1s, 2-2s, those are quite common for us. But we need a big 15 fucking minutes, man. Because we have got somehow worse than the last match, which is not a promising sign. I mean, if you're Motherwell, you're looking at that and going, right, so all we need to do is basically keep the pressure on the midfield, and if we do that, then they can't do anything because the wingers are pointless. I mean, Mavuka has done nothing of note, and Forrest isn't getting any service out on the right-hand side because, of course, he isn't. Every time we're getting the ball, we're just clearing it up the fucking lines. But you just need one really good break in behind. That's the way that I'm hoping and looking at it. Hoops on pens. I do admit that it would be nice to see that, especially at Ibrox, you know. But at the same time, based on the way those boys are playing right now, I don't even think they have the fucking mental capacity to deal with a penalty shootout with that type of pressure. I feel like Sinisterra would do a reasonable job. I think he would probably get a save or two, but again, our main penalty taker is Rio, and he's missed like 3 of his last 7. That's not a good omen at all. I'm going to be bringing on a defensive player and Suter for Rangers. We just don't seem capable of holding on to the ball and strung together to get 2 passes. I was saying that in the first half, but it's just like they're trying to rely on the individual brilliance rather than the team cohesion. I believe that would be their... You're allowed 1 in each extra heat of extra time, I believe. Fatigue rules and all that good jazz. We can do the same. We have no striker and no midfield. Yeah, strikers have evaporated, man. I don't honestly know what Svanchara's been brought on to do, because as soon as I seen that he was in 5 yards deeper than where my idol was playing, I realised, yeah, he's going to be a hold-up player, but why are we holding up anything if we can't get the ball into that space? He's not going to be able to hold it up, so he's just there. You know? It's one of those. And there's a confirmation John Suter is on. Giga is off. It's definitely open into a ball. For fuck's sake, Mavuka, bro, can you do something that doesn't involve... Bro, how are you a footballer, bro? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? If that guy is a professional footballer, get me a contractor now, man. I play better than a hypo. Bro's running around like he's in one. What the fuck, bro? Like, I'm asking you respectfully to fucking play to at least a 5 out of 10. I'm not expecting you to be fucking, you know, to blow me out the water or anything, Joel, but I'm expecting you to at least be somewhat of a fucking player. You know, contribute in a positive manner. All I've seen you do since you've come on is give the ball away and punt it into people. Excellent if you're like a defensive lineman in the NFL or some shit, but you're not. You're a goddamn left winger. Oh my fucking god. No, nah, man, we're actually trying to throw the game away. Dangerous cleared out for a corner. Could have left it for Sinisterra. Obviously not, because apart, I mean, I don't blame him, to be honest. He's used to Schmeichel being behind them, so... No, like, it's not fucking wrong though, Virtual. The guy, like, he looks lost at sea. Pretty sure cunts with sea legs had more stability than the fucking movement in that boy, and again, he's not helping out on that far side either. He's just kind of waltzing around, like, popping around. Like, it's just... He needs to show a bit of oomph, man. Like Forrest on the other side, at least he's running at full pelt when he gets the ball. Which isn't often, but at least when he gets it, he's trying. We're not doing that when it gets out to Joel, man. He's like fucking holding it up, cutting it back to the same area that we just got out of. And Rangers are just taking full advantage of that and trying to keep it penciled on that side. That's why Celtic are doing what we can to funnel out right end. That's a potential weird break if we can get on it, but... It's all about the second touch here. It was always a big ass to get on the end of that one. Fair enough, though, not too bad. At least we did something. We got Rafael shited on Mavuka. Now that is a name. Nah, he's prime, like... I can see where his quality is. He's got good, like, awareness. That's a foul. Referee, surely that's a foul. What the fuck? This is, like, dude, I am asking for consistency and I'm not even getting that. There's no consistency in the fucking players, there's no consistency in the tactics, and there's no consistency in the refs. How is that not a foul, considering the calibre of some of the fouls you have given this game? You yellow-carded Scales for, like, something significantly less worse than that. So Chara has a chance to cause some issues. He tries, I respect it. Nice little take and touch and go. Maybe just get a shot away here, man. He tries. Oh, well, I mean, he passes it right to him. I mean, fucking excellent pass for Bernardo to Butland, though. He tried. I think it was just because he was trying to stick his leg out and get on the end of it. And didn't get enough power. Navuka. Cut inside, mate. There you go. Not bad. And the... Oh, my... Then the cross is awful! Thanks, Joel. Very cool, bro. Things you love to see. You want to know what I would love to see? You fucking half out this club at the end of the goddamn window. Just ain't it at all, man. Nice to see you, Snip. Hope you're well, my guy. Likewise to anyone in chat that's still suffering with me through this. We will be live for almost, well, by the time this game ends, we'll be comfortably over the 2.5 hours, so anyone that stuck with us, very much appreciated. Can someone tell me what the likes on the stream is? If it's more than 25, we'll fit a goal. And consider that pretty decent. We missed Jota so bad, and Carter Vickers, yeah, and McGregor, and Tierney, and Johnston. We're missing a good amount of key players and we're still somehow trying to fight our way through this. Nice little steelfish Fanchara, but poor giveaway. That's a push and a pull, and that'll be a foul. Yellow card is brandished. Terminate the loan. I just save yourself the funds. Yeah, there's a bit of a stupid pull on Raskin there. 100% the fault. Oh, 25 exactly, fucking fantastic. Well, there you go. Bernardo in the book. Silly, but it is what it is. 10 minutes left, and if there is no goals, penalties. But even if it goes to that, I'm not feeling too particularly comfortable. I feel like Rangers have the edge in that sense. They've, you know, I'm not just saying it because they're Rangers, but they have literally had more penalties this season and had a much better conversion rate than us. Our conversion rate right now is 60%, like, it's not great. Oh, that's awkward. Big chance for Celtic! Please get the... Oh, fucking Butland was already on the move. Oh my god, man. Both goalkeepers, even though they've not had much to... I mean, Butland has had literally fuck all to do, basically, but... Shows that the lad switched on. It was a nice little ball in behind. Just got back from work for the second half of... I'm sorry, I think you would have preferred the stress of your job. It's all good, man. I'm sitting here like half dead trying to mentally get through the rest of this, man. It has been a very long slog. Very little to smile about this match, but we're still in it. That's more than I can say for us usually. You feel like Araujo's done well in Johnston's absence, but we struggle to replace Jota and Carter Vickers, meaning in general, more than this game is frustrating. Oh well, I mean, you're definitely not wrong. Jota has been a massive miss for the start of the season. Nice little step in for Scales, although he's given the ball away, chance for Rangers to... Oh my fucking god, what a challenge, and it's a foul anyway. Good hustling, gentlemen, good hustle. I mean, in a month from now we'd be back to not necessarily full strength, because obviously we'd still be down Carter Vickers, but we would have Jota and Johnston back. Jota's due to be due back by the end of this month at the absolute latest. So we do have that, I suppose, small silver linings. And Johnston's either due back right at the end of the month as well, or right at the start of March. Sorry. Just plunged one in. It's to see, man. Hope you well. Too many players at the Championship level on our team. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty spot on to the issue. If you look at teams 10, 15 years ago, as much as they weren't expensive signings, they were clever signings from smart leagues. Now I think our message is just to buy anyone that's half cheap rather than half decent. And it's killed us. It makes sense when football back in the early 2000s was, it wasn't not necessarily money based. Obviously big clubs would spend shit tons of money, but they're not, wasting 200 million on a subpar average player because he's French and has a fucking perm. So mediocre players are worth like 10 million nowadays, and Celtic are not the type to gamble on the market. There's a good ball into the box, it could be dangerous. What the fuck's the chest back, lad? Yeah, a risky one there, Paulo, but Gallagher didn't buy Sinisalo in the end. You were getting updates on the game from your Irish customers. Oh, I love to see that, man. I guarantee it would have been so. Aye, they're playing fucking shite. We're not losing, but it doesn't feel like we're going to win it now. And we'll have to come to the probably last week and stop the brawls if Celtic win. Exactly that, man. Get Martin O'Neill out and get him on for a penalty, fuck it. Probably put more power behind it than some of our strikers could. We ain't winning pens, I know. That's why I'm worried about it. It's like, I don't mind. At least like pens comes down to luck. If we win, it's like yes, but I won't feel too pleased about it. I'll be fucking buzzing that we beat them, but Rangers will be frustrated that they somehow didn't win this at some point in extra time, the same way that we'll be disappointed that we could have won it in normal time if it wasn't for that weird ass line. That is a poor giveaway for Butland, but it takes a fortunate bounce. Celtic should retain it though. Not a lot of time left in this one. Why Skill's up for up the park. His head's gone, man. That is because he's been forced to anchor up, because Joel's pushed that high up that Scales needs to match it, and that's going to be a card. That's silly, Araujo. He's going to go in the book for that one, no bother. Just kind of gives the referee a thumbs up as he walks past. I think he knew exactly what he was doing there. Professional foul, as they call that one in the game. Oh, fuck's sake, now Rasket. Get your hand off his shot, you wee poof, man. He'd kill you. You're Belgian and he's Mexican. He'd melt you down like dark chocolate, you dumbass. Do not fucking try that. Araujo's saying that to him. He's like, just don't. Try me. Try me. I fucking like Araujo's passion. He does not take no shit. You don't grab a boy's shot like that. That is a silly fucking move. Not a big fella asking. You'd get your shit kicked in. Definitely not a lot of time left now. About 3 minutes, probably another minute or two of additional time on top of it. So if there is a winner, it's definitely going to be a late one that's would send either fan base into absolute fucking delirium. Both teams well, they haven't really been at their best. Rangers have certainly been the better side in this game. It's hard to argue with it. Celtic have done well to hang in there and make it difficult. It's hard to keep a clean sheet at Ibrox, let alone for as long as we have with additional time. It'd be comfortably about 130 minutes, give or take. But it's getting a bit desperate from us now. It's played forward. Is he going to keep it in or try to? I mean, he tried to keep it in. I can respect it. It was always going to bounce out though. If Mavuka scored an overhead kick winner, I'd take back every word that I said, man. I'd get like the words that I said tattooed on my chest as like a fucking reminder of how stupid I am. I don't see it happening. I see more chance of Martin O'Neill coming onto the pitch and scoring that Trivella. Yeah, I mean, if we somehow win this with one single shot on penalties, I feel like that would be more painful than the 2-2 draw, because at least Celtic had a very good second half where you could make the case that we could have won the game if we just took our chances. In this game, the only chance that we took was offside, technically. So besides that, it's been one-way traffic, and somehow we've not been hit by a car. That's you know, if I'm not O'Neill, that's the way I'm thinking about it against the penalties. Is like the fact we have not been absolutely fucking flatlined. Fair enough. Like, we're not playing with a full strength side. We came in with a couple of changes. The bench options haven't been too great, and I mean, we're still in it. That says something. Not a lot, but something. Sinisal's punch just going to go over everybody. Looks like I'll be live for the better part of 3 odd hours, man. Nice little taking touch for Rio. Why the fuck's Fanchara just left that, man? I don't know. He was. I'm going to guess he was offside. Otherwise, that was really poor from him as a striker. Send forward and skills. We'll just pop that back to Sinisalo, and turn the Finn just sends it as high up the pitch as he can. Nice for Forrest there. See, that's the difference between Forrest and Mavuka. Forrest actually tries to do stuff. That's a nice ball. Oh, Joel. Nice. There you go, big man. That's a hold-up touch into the box. Forrest across. Big chance it's blocked. That could have been massive for us. Could have been massive. That's so unlucky, man. If we'd scored there, that would have been absolutely fucking hilarious, man. For once our wingers worked together and nearly made something out of it. This will be quite literally the last chance though, otherwise penalty kicks it is. Oh, never mind, the referee just says fuck it, penalty kicks it is. Penalties. We go to that instead. That's fun. This is going to be awkward as shit. Oh no. Fair enough, I guess. Sinisalo has been the only redeeming factor in this team, minus Arao. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much fair. I mean, at least we can say we ended the game with a chance, but again, very, very stale across the board on that front, man. We should have done a lot better. A lot fucking better, but Sinisalo has a chance to really make his name for himself, man. He's been very consistent over the last few games. If he just magically pulls out a brilliant penalty performance, could be massive. But Rangers on form and momentum would be very comfortable in their heads about getting something out of this. They know that the Celtic boys are rattled at least a little bit, so my hope is that they can shake it off. Obviously, Nygren being on the pitch is a good tone setter. But you're up against like penalty specialists. They've got some good conversion players as well. Like, our best player conversion wise this season's probably been Arlen, and he's injured. So I'd imagine it would probably be Nygren, then probably Rio, Ox, then just whoever's comfortable afterwards. Not one of these five. Like, genuinely, that's the issue I'm having, is like Chamberlain would be like 10th when he was at Liverpool or Arsenal, but now it's he might be one of the ones to step up and take it. It could be an Aaron Ramsey situation, which would be very ironic considering the fact that it's at fucking Ibrox. Where's Johnston? Probably vibing on the reserves bench, sipping some maple tea or some shit, I don't know. We have 0 takers. Nygren, Ox, Araujo. Is that your order, David? I don't honestly fault it. That's Sean Maloney that's leading the line, and we know that man has scored some crucial goals for Celtic over the years, been in some very incredible games as well. And be reminding them that even though we've not been at our best, getting a win here is all you really need. The results are what matters at the end of the day. I just realised Nygren's been taken away. Is that Nygren? Oh no. Oh, there's McGregor on the sidelines. I just realised Nygren's wearing the fucking... He's got his coat on. He's not even going to be taking a penalty. Please be in front of the Celtic end at the least, man. Taking their sweet time. Looks like Rangers get choice. I mean, I love how they flipped the coin the first time and it landed in our favour, and they made it like, nah, we need to refrow that immediately. Skills just kind of pointing at the spotlight, bro, you don't flip it 3 different times. But it's going to be in front of the Rangers end, so the Union Bears are going to be a very loud sway on the side, let's be honest. It's either going to be the big Finn, the Englishman that could make themselves very popular today. And of course that's why Tavernier was brought on, to take the first penalty. You have optimism until there's a reason not to, Caden. But their penalty specialist is the one that starts us off. Sinisalo has been a pretty big factor for us over the last few match days. So we need something major from him now. First penalty for Rangers, step up. Tavernier. Oh, he's hit the bar! He's missed! Tavernier's hit the bar and missed! The man that leads the line for Rangers has missed an absolute belter of a chance to set the tone. Tries to go down the middle with power and it cannons off the top of the bar. First penalty down, Rangers miss. Celtic can set the tone now. And that's going to be the man that I was theorising. It's going to be fucking Oxlade-Chamberlain for us. He's either going to Ramsey it or Ronaldo it, man. One of the two. That is a massive, massive fucking push in our favour. But we need to take our chances. That's the thing. How close was Sinisalo? He dived the other way, to be honest. But if you're a keeper, you're top. Pick a side. Because at least you don't stand there looking like a dumbass. Interesting. Well, my hope is peaked a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Oxlade. His turn. He gets it. It's one for us. It's a calm penalty down the middle. He did what Tav was probably wanting to do. And like I said, goalkeepers are always taught to dive one way or another. He chooses to dive, and thankfully for us, just enough. If you say this in a solo, I will lose my absolute fucking shit, man. This could be very funny. Absolute shithouse win. There is no other way to say it if that's what happens, but it's still anyone's game. Everyone's got their hands in their head. Celtic fans sitting with their fucking nails in their mouths. Let's see what happens here. Rangers step up. Oh, fucking close one. Sinisalo goes the same way, and Barami just does what Oxlade did, pretty much down the middle, and it's just off the outs. Oh, fucking hell, it's close. It gets under Sinisalo. He genuinely should have saved it, I'm not going to lie. And if he did, that would have been massive. And of course, this guy's trying to shut house Merchant. Bro scores like a penalty that shouldn't have been scored, and he starts skiing it to the fans. Celtic step up. Oh, that is calm faith. Fucking big man. Trusty didn't even waste any time. Stepped up. Straight into the back of the fucking net. Like, he didn't even bother. I like that for you, big man. No fucking hesitation. Just pick a spot, commit to it. If the keeper goes there, he goes there. Who cares? Rangers are up next. Sinisalo got his body across to the other one. It could have been another save, but big opportunity for Rangers to keep themselves alive. Trusty indeed, man. It was a lovely penalty. Celtic gives the post a kick. Big opportunity here, man. The fear of God, man. Steps up. Oh, Sinisat, bro, you need to have better wrists than that. That's twice now, man. Twice he's got to it, and twice he's somehow let it through him. Like, big man, you're not Casper. Do not be doing that. You should have saved it back. That is bad. I have to be honest, mate. That Sinisalo should have saved 2 of these penalties quite comfortably, man. And he's let both get under him. That's... It's going to be real to step up for us. We know what happened last time at Ibrox. Again, I suppose that's smart if you want to like risk death. Let's see what happens. Rio. See if you can make it 3 for 3. He does. Oh, that's a camp penalty, to be fair. Lovely for the Japanese man. Makes amends for last week at least. Picks his spot, picks it comfortably. And it's on Rangers to score now. If they miss and Celtic score, they're out. Otherwise, Celtic just need to be perfect for the next 2 penalties and it's guaranteed that we go through it. Fucking strange old game, this one. Come on, Sinisalo. Come on, big man. You've guessed right 3 times for 3. You just need to get something behind it this time. Here we go. Rangers step up. They missed again! They've skied it twice! The penalty specialists in the league have completely fucking fell apart. If Celtic score 1 of the next 2, it's done. He put way too much power behind it and it flew over the bar. Oh, it's a horrible miss. And it's going to come down to the big check for us. Svanchara could seal it for us if we score this. I do not believe that they've fucked it that bad. Taverner missing was surprising. But that is a sitter. He didn't even get it on target, man. Comfortably over the ball. And if we score this, it's done. Svanchara for what, for all intents and purposes, would be a fucking steal and a half. Thomas. For a semi-spot. For a semi-spot, baby! Svanchara pushes through! Celtic steal it at Ibrox again! It doesn't matter how it's done, it's just that the job's done well! Defensive masterclass for Martin O'Neill. Somehow we win that. I do not believe my fucking goblin bins. Excellent fucking shift, boys. Shithousery of the highest quality. I do feel for the Rangers fans in that sense, because if I was them, I'd be fucking furious. But Ibrox has felt as silent as a goddamn library. And I do not blame them. The away end, however, absolute scenes. Absolute fucking scenes. That away end. Look at it. That is what you fucking love to see. They have suffered through 120 minutes of shite. And then we've been perfect on the penalties. Like, we have done so well there. I have no idea how the fuck we've done that. However, it's hilarious, and I'm going to need to do like a loud yas. Any brawls? Nah, I mean, the Rangers fans have... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, there's some Union Bears on the pitch! Way! Way, you fucking poofs! Get back in your stands, man. Back in your box. The Celtic fans have raided the pitch in response, though. It's brilliant. You got lads running up... Oh, look at that wee lassie's running up and hugging fucking Svanchara, being like, what's happening, man? What's good? Wait! There's a guy trying to attack an edge! Oh! Oh! Angry Hun! He just tried to attack Thomas! You're jailed! You're jailed, you fucking idiot! Bro just tried to sweep a Celtic player! And now they're storming the pitch! Oh, look at them. Oh, that is a dumb move for that guy. He just tried to sweep Svanchari. He tried to go up and attack him. Are you fucking kidding? Oh, it's teeing off. It's getting a bit dicey. Police are out on the fields. People are getting dragged about. Flares are getting tossed on. There's a flare that's just been thrown into the crowd. Now one on the pitch and that's getting thrown back as well. Like fucking hell. They're throwing stones at the Celtic fans. No way they're that raging, man. They're throwing shit at the Celtic fans and the Celtic fans are pelting flares down at them. So they're throwing the flares back and we're just picking the flare up and throwing it straight back at them. What the fuck? This is why they didn't like the away end, because we show up and outdo them in their home fucking stadium, man. Look at you gimpy bastards with your blue bin bags over your heads. Fuck off. Get a grip of yourselves, man. You'll all be ID'd and jailed. A good wee few thousand of them banned, man. More of them have left the stadium. A couple of them left as soon as the penalty went in, but those that are there are the wee angry ones. Like I said, I get the frustrations. If I was on the other end, I'd be fucking raging. However, that's hilarious. Why are they that stupid, man? Like, come on. You've just murdered really... I mean, just go down the tunnel. Do what your players did. Shake the hands of the Celtic players. You say, fair enough, man. How the fuck yous did that, I'll never know. And then you move on. Get revenge in the next one. However, concern the fact we went back-to-back trips to Ibrox and somehow came away with something in both games is fucking incredible. Oh my god, man. Look at them pure standing down there on the pitch, giving it this behind all the stewards as if they're going to do anything. See, if I'm a steward on that pitch, I'd let them through. Because they're all trying to get to the stands to give the Celtic fans shit. But I guarantee you let one of the wee Huns through and I bet you any money the Tims on the other side are going to bounce down those stands and bounce them out the fucking ground entirely. That is, it's really depressing when you see that they're all fucking just wee ratty bastards. Like, lads, get just back in the stands. You're going to just get yourself banned. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it, man? Like, what the fuck are the stewards like just standing there as well? Like, back in your fucking, just get back in. Like, yeah, there you go. Someone's eventually rallied a few of them to get back into the stands. There must have been one of the leaders. Absolutely fucking insane, man. I don't understand it, but fair enough. It's one of those at the end of the day. Absolute scenes. Oh, thank you very much, Crowtails. It makes the suffering definitely worth it in that sense, man. I'm presuming you're enjoying the you're enjoying yourself. I'm on the Tims indeed, Caden. But I don't know how we did that, but I'm very pleased. But there's basically just a sea of police blockading the Celtic fans, and we're trying to rip down the net. Take the net! Take the net, boys! Steal the net. They're trying to. There's people trying to climb the back of the net and take pieces of it off. I think I'm expecting a cunt to come through with a pair of scissors and try and take it. Well, I mean, I just want to look at the stats real quick. Let me just... Not a single shot on target. And we win. Holy Christ, man. Let's just have a look at the summary, because... I was really hoping they would show the... Nah, the last thing they put up was Tavernier hitting the ball. Unfortunately. That's kind of disappointing enjoying it now. You love to see it, Crowtails. You love to see it. Look at that picture. I'm just going to leave that there for a little bit. Just look at that. That was his face when he missed. Scenes. I'm just going to leave that there for a couple of seconds. That's their captain. Our captain didn't even play and actually contributed more to the game than Tav did. Sunday morning. And so I just start singing it, man. We have to. Oh, I feel bad for them. I do. I genuinely do. I mean, fair play. Like, genuinely. Is it K or Kai? I don't know what the pronunciation would be. I'm just going to call you KB. But you're absolutely fucking fair enough, man. That's good optimism. That was a get out of jail. That wasn't a get out of jail. That was get out of like federal fucking confinement. That was like get off the Epstein list type shit, man. Like we pulled off a miracle to avoid any form of catastrophe. Again, we could have had a goal in the first half. Rangers could have had a goal in extra time. Both were disallowed for VAR for differing reasons. I'm still a bit confused about Scales' one. I get that it was off. It's just, again, I think the lines were drawn wrong. They might want to refix that a little. But somehow, besides that, we did not do anything. You're going to go in a lay down in the dark room and have a swallow. That's what I'm saying. The heart palpitations are mad. But we're here, and we're into the semi-finals, and I believe that gives us a higher chance of... I mean, we take Aberdeen are out. The only one team that's left is probably Hearts, right? Oh, their chairman looks raging. The Celtic fans are just hitting the fucking huddle and all that, dude. This is why I think both clubs should just allow away fans. They really should just have that. Celtic keeper could... That's the worst part, man. You're absolutely spot on, by the way. Like, if Sinisalo didn't have wrists made out of gelatin, he would have said definitely the third one. The second one I can get because it kind of gets under that little weird part of the goalkeeper where it can bounce off the under part of your stomach and get in. But, yeah, I mean, definitely should have saved the one after that because it literally just goes under his arm. If he just literally does this, he palms it and it goes out, but just tried to be a bit too... Dad's favourite subject is woodworking. Honestly, Drew. Technically it should be home economics though. Because bro didn't half make that shot. lmao. There we go, that's what we say. Oh wait, are Hearts? No, are they? I don't even know. That's the thing. It's like my brain ain't. Hold on, I'll actually check and confirm. Oh wait, hold on. I might just show this one last time. That was the only thing we did for the entire 120 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to pull up the... Because I'm not sure when the cup draw's even at. I know there's a game tomorrow, right? But Scottish Cup, thank you. Sunday mornings... And... oh yeah, no, they did. You're not wrong. Falkirk beat Dundee United 2-1. So it's Falkirk, Dunfermline. Part of me really wants St Mirren to lose, just for the sake of it, so that we don't even have that chance to get doubled by a team that really shouldn't be doing that much damage. But, yeah, I mean, there's your kind of run out there. So it's, yeah, Dunfermline obviously beat Dundee 3-0, and comfortably so, by the way. They were much the better side. They did bits. But in this one, let's see if it updates the stats. Nah, it's just got the lineups. But what the fuck? Why does it say they've scored? Just says like Fernando. Nah, if that's the case, then you've got Dyson Maeda 35 though. I love the fact that we managed to win that. So yeah, there's your draw essentially. It's... I mean, I would take a Dunfermline. I would love a rematch with... I'd love a rematch with Neil Lennon. I think that'd be quite cool, to be honest with you, give him a chance at Hampden. If not, then I'd take I'd love a Falkirk. Falkirk would be a good fun one. For sure. But that's not what's important. The next one that is important is our next match, because that's the... I forgot that image is there. Just... oh, so funny, man. I thought we were going to get like Aaron Ramsey when Oxlade stepped up to take the first one, and then we did that. But our next matches are important. We've got through some of the harder yards, but this one carries weight too. It is a massive match at the top of the table, of course, because if Celtic win it, we keep the pace on Hearts, and more importantly, we knock Motherwell completely out of the fight, 100% unequivocally. So that would be nice. I mean, obviously they still could mathematically do it, but by that point there'd be a minimum, 9-10 points behind with a 5-game split. Realistically, they would have to concede the title fate, right, if they don't get at least a point at Celtic Park, but Celtic won't allow that to happen. I feel like that's the kick on. Somehow if we can win a game like that, where we barely did anything of note, then that will kind of scare Motherwell in that sense, because at home, the boys are going to get back now, no matter what, and that's what my hope kind of is. Unbelievable, thought we're going to lose, spot on Megan, I couldn't have put it better my self, man. It was stupendously fucking heart-wrenching at times watching us defend some of the clearances. I don't want to ever see Mavuka in a fucking Celtic shirt again, the guy just looked lost. But, my god, I love Irish boy, what a name. Likewise with you, Dave Mac, mate. Pleasure to have you in here, you take it easy. Full-time season, nah, it's literally just going to be like 800 in the corner again, man. Can't wait for it. But Cinderella has to keep the number one spot. I'd 100% agree with that. Don't get me wrong, he didn't cover himself in glory with the penalties. Could have maybe done a little bit better with that, but the fact that he knew where they were going tells me that he at least knows what he's looking for. I like him. I genuinely do. I think he's got a lot of real potential, especially, and maybe not as a future starter, admittedly, but if he's like a permanent backup type thing, it wouldn't be so bad. And again, the run out, it's not as if it's much harder now. Like, the rest of the run out's quite easy after the Motherwell match, in terms of like who we've had to play, right, considering the fact that like 2 weeks ago it's literally been fucking Hibs, Stuttgart, Rangers, Stuttgart, then fucking, who is it, like then like Aberdeen in between all that as well. You've got like fucking just so many trip-uppy type of games, and we've came through it relatively okay. Like, if we get the 3 points against Motherwell, then it's just about what happens in Dundee, because I don't see us losing to the Paisley boys in the last day on the 11th of April before the split happens, but those 2 away games at Dundee can be problematic, because obviously Tannadice has its problems. We have lost there this season already, and obviously Dundee just took a really positive result against Motherwell at home, and that's the team that's right beside us, table and form wise, so I mean, they're capable of causing a surprise. So it's not by any means too hard for us in comparison, but it's going to be difficult for sure to get the job done. I love penalties now. Rangers fans will be using penalties. 100%. Good fucking one, Ken, I'll give you that. Sinisalo is our next Fraser Forster. He's young and only gotten better and better. That's what I do like about it, is the fact that he's not in his like late 20s, early 30s. He's got that ability to actually develop and do what's necessary, which is always nice to see, right? And again, it's always nice that it's a player for a unique country, right? We have that with goalkeepers, right? Fucking Boric was Polish, and there's not many but you don't think of Poland for goalkeepers, really. So Finland has, at least they would have actually a respect of, apart from Hradecky, right? That's the only other Finnish goalkeeper I can think of that's professional level. I'll message you, that's not a bother at all, man, you take it easy. I just presumed you'd stop using it, to be honest with you. But if you're in the little community thing, say hello to everyone. It'd be nice if you could, well, if they could hear for you. He's already a full international too. Yeah, he was an under 23, that's how we started scouting him to begin with, right? So it's pretty good in that sense. I still feel like there are better goalkeepers out there that we could maybe go for, but if he has a really good run out, like say keeps 4 or 5 clean sheets between now and the end of the season through the 9 games plus the 2 extra in the cup, if he keeps clean sheets for about half of them, you take him a lot more seriously, because he's got that ability. It's just, again, I'm not sure he's a European type of goalkeeper. Like, I saw a domestic one, sure, but I think he has a bit of work to go sweeper keeper wise. He did do some solid clearances the day though. The fucking running out in the Superman header off the the outside of his own box, that was impressive as fuck. So definitely some positives. I don't want to stay live too much longer than I already have been, to be fair, because I was only expecting to be live for about 2 hours, and here we are, 3 hours later. Saying on the radio, Martin O'Neill got injured. I'm hoping, because I've seen fans going after some of the players, I'm hoping that it's not what I'm thinking and some prick tried to go after O'Neill. Arthur Boric, shout out, exactly. Shout out Arthur Boric, man. Legendary goalkeeper, legendary man, legendary athlete. Proper bloke. See, I know once I end the stream, Crow Tales, I'll need to go and look into all the aftermath of what actually happened, because I just looked over to the side and seen a bunch of like Rangers fans storming the field, and it just cut to like Fanchara being like attacked. Now, I'm not Enkelman's one that I believe we should go for as well, actually. because I've seen him for Finland's like under 23s. He's pretty decent. I don't know who Niemi is, not off the top of my head. Better than Onana. Anyone's better than Onana, man. That man has very mixed bag results as a goalkeeper. I feel like a lot of, Manchester fans watching that game today, they'd be like, well, at least there's a goalkeeper that's somewhat consistent. He didn't have to make too many actual saves. Most of the time it was Rangers just missing sitters. I feel like if Shumley put a couple more on target, then yeah, but rather than channeling his unnatural Novo today, it was more Alfredo Morelos. He just miss-swung at everything. There was a couple of good blocks for Trostane Dane as well. Dane earned my respect. I can tip my hat to the boy tonight because he put in some really good blocks. I'm going to, that's what I'm concerned about. Like, I'm genuinely going to look that up on the side here just to make sure that Martin O'Neill's okay. Because I don't like the idea of ending stream and being like, oh, everything's fine, and then like 2-3 seconds later you get a thing saying that O'Neill's had his eye bust open or some shit. Like, let's see, there's Sky Sports putting up a thing there. Let's see what it's saying. I can't play audio wise, but I'll give you the breakdown of it to see what exactly went down. Aye, it was during the scrimmage between some of the players and fans. Apparently there's a few players that took a bit of damage, including one or two Rangers players that were threatened or some shit like that. That's interesting. For their own fans. Now that's unique. You don't see that too often. Apparently it wasn't just us that got it, it was other Rangers fans are apparently good. There's a lot of stuff going on outside the grounds as well, apparently. And they're setting up a barricade route home for the Celtic fans still in the stadium. They're actually like, this could break out in a whole ass fight. Interesting. I just want to make sure fucking O'Neill's good. That's like the main thing. Is like, I'm not seeing anything about Martin O'Neill. Let me just Martin O'Neill. I don't want to fucking just let me search through my actual tabs. Let's see. Not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything on news-wise. Probably wait an hour or two and see what stories develop and what ones don't, but I feel like I need to get rid of the rubbish stream up at some point soon, so let me to do that real quick. And I can let you set off for the day. I've been literally live since the back of at 1, so definitely one of the longer ones. But anyone that's been here the whole time, you're very much appreciated. That is like serious commitment to sit here and listen to a man that's sick, that was dealing with a hypo, and you stuck around the whole time. Well, that's genuinely commendable stuff. Absolute gentlemen and well, gentle lassies, I suppose, as well, for the ones that are in here that are feeling that. But yeah, I don't think there's too much else to really add, so let me get ready to wrap things up here. Alright, well, I mean, let's start off with one last time, just taking a little gander. That was the full-time result for those that are just popping in to say hello or whatever. Now it ended over the course of the 90 minutes in extra time, although there were 2 disallowed goals from both sides, to be honest with you. Rangers had a handball claim that was quite easily disallowed. So, you know, There is that one, there was no penalty call for that trusty handball, quite straightforward. Scales he's offside, still causing some debate even now in the post-match interviews. There's a couple of questions being asked about that call specifically, but it was given offside at the time and was not overturned, so that was that. Rangers obviously scoring in extra time once it got to there, but of course same kind of thing. They think they've got it into the back of the net, but replay shows it does come off a player's hand, so therefore has to be disallowed, which will be a pain in the ass for any Rangers fans to have two different Rangers players use their hands to cost them potential wins in back-to-back Old Firms. Pretty sore one, but it goes to penalties, and despite being the team that were on form today, it's hard to say that they were the better team when it came to penalties. Very convincing for Celtic, which was a surprise given how one-sided that affair was, to be quite frankly honest. But we win, and that's all that really matters to me. Like I said, it would be a surprise, a pleasant surprise if we got a result. So the fact we're sitting here with a semi-final spot, it's quite nice, considering the fact that we are now definitely the strongest team out of the four left. The UK Goons and their Shay-Stain ski max. I feel like some of them just use it as a chance to act like wee dicks. Like, if you get pushed onto the field because everyone else getting pushed onto the field and you immediately like, oh shit, I'm on the pitch, I'll go back into the stands, fair enough. But if you're actively running over to the Celtic fans and throwing flares at them, you need to give your head a wobble, man. Like, respectfully, it's what ruins the game for a lot of people. That's why a lot of kids don't really go to Old Firm games, because shit like that can't happen. Nice to see you, Flash. Thank fuck for that. Just done with the celebrating, I don't blame you then. I'm kidding, the film with Pierce, yeah. I mean, O'Neill's got them playing not O'Neill, sorry, Lennon's got him playing some decent stuff, so O'Neill, if he gets just drawn against in filming, that'll be an interesting one, because, you know, you're against a former player. It's just kind of nice in that sense. Plus, of course, Neil Lennon's a very well-respected figure around Celtic Park. It would just be a pleasant thing to see him. But I ideally don't want them, just so that we can maybe get them in the final. Because I feel like that would be a great final day, like Dunfermline being a team no one was expecting to get to the final, making it. That'd be fucking sick. But, yeah, that means that we would probably need to take on Falkirk, I would imagine, based on our work rate, would just get the highest ranked team, so we had a good amount of them were. I want to make this clear, not every Rangers fan was storming the pitch, but the ones that did, they were like trying to get to the Celtic fans, and they were literally like right in the Celtic players' faces, and there was the guy that got pinned down for trying to like swipe at Svanchara's legs. You're like, why the fuck are they doing that? Gives the SFA a combo but full allocation. It wasn't us that started it, to be fair. They got raging that they lost and then stormed the field, so Celtic fans kind of did the same in turn. Very silly from every individual that did it, but I mean, sometimes emotions run high in football, you just have to let it slide. It's one of those. But I'm going to get ready to wrap this one up, because, holy Christ, I am tired. To be honest with you, man, my throat is done in, my bods have been weird for this whole fucking stream. So I'll probably need to go and actually try and put something sustainable into my system, so music time. There we go. Right, Right, that's all we need to do, so got caught attacking a coach of ours. There was a guy that kicked out his Svanchara and all that one as well. But thank you for watching, thank you for coming along, thank you for taking the time to be here. If you've been here for just a little bit or for the whole thing, which is now going on 3.25 hours, very much appreciated. That is absolutely brilliant to see. If you want to join us for the next one, it's on your screen on the right hand side right now. 14th of March, about 6 days from now, we will be playing up against a very strong but somewhat solvent Motherwell side after their loss to Dundee yesterday. If we beat them, they are officially out of the title fight, and Celtic are well and truly on with a massive chance to get something done. But that's very much appreciated, Flash, likewise with you, kid, and it's kind of be all. Anyone that's going in positive to say, quite honestly, very much appreciated. It's always nice to see. So I'll be back for that one, and hopefully in better form, and I won't feel as shit. That would be quite nice. And we've got through two of the harder games in back-to-back weeks, so all we need to do now, get a result against the boys,
in Motherwell, and not too long for now, and we should be fine. But who fucking knows? It's just always up to debate. Not a bother at all in 11/24/7. I still love saying your name, man. It's such a good tongue roller. But that's basically everything that needs to be done. So, as always, Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. We do love to see it. Usually I'd get up and scream yes, but I think I've left it a bit too late now, to be honest with you. Plus, we don't really do it for penalty wins. It's usually 90-minute ones. But we take it. Good performance for the boys. Catch yous after, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always. I'll catch yous on the 14th. But until then, hail, hail, and have a good one. And as always, Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. Even when we have one shot on target at Ibrox and go to penalties, we win these! Woo! Yeah, baby! I'll catch you in the next one. Hail, hail, have a good one. Take it easy until next time. Yes. Morning.